Welcome. Oh, hey everyone, and welcome. I'm your friend Art of Mana, and let's dive into the 619th stream, where I'm brushing my teeth. Why, you might ask? Because I have a tale to tell you. And welcome on in, Chrono, Memory Martin, Animate Barrel. What is up?
Captain, we're detecting strange signals on the screen. It appears we've been hosted.
That's right, Chrono. Just brushing up on those old brushing skills. Good to see all of you. Well, hey, you know what? I mentioned it in Discord and on Twitter. This was the announcement. Hey, everyone, gather round as I tell tales of a toothbrush so fierce it battled a titan. And we may catch a glimpse of a mustachioed plumber. So we're going to be, of course, playing some Animal Crossing on Isle Mana, and we have the new update to check out. But I wanted to just tell you really quickly about something kind of funny. And what is this Animate Barrel? How cool! Oh, that game. Oh my goodness. Yes, Breath of the Wild is a lot of fun. I really can't wait to get back into it because I've had a really good time with it, but I haven't played it for a long time. So that should be good. But of course, I think it's time to get back to this whole toothbrush thing. So I think I mentioned this, and honestly, forgive me if I've already told you some of this story, but it occurred to me maybe it would be worth sharing the full story. I used to use a Philips electric toothbrush, one of the Sonicares, right? This is the toothbrush that really started the whole electric toothbrush thing that just wasn't the little spinny circular brush, but was actually one that pulsed, and it had very good recommendations from my dentist, etc. Many people claiming that it really was good, and it must have worked to at least some extent because my dentist always did say that my teeth were really clean every time I'd come in for an annual or a regular um, dental, checkup and cleaning. So I've used two of those now. Both have eventually just passed on, shall we say. The first one, I think I ran the battery too hard by keeping it charged almost all the time. The second time, I was trying to do this thing where I would use it when the battery started to fade, I would then charge it. But after a time, I realized that that battery also was kind of failing, and I thought, well, maybe I'll try some other things. My mother-in-law recommended a toothbrush that has a lithium battery in it, and then you just replace the battery, but it has the same sort of features, and it's in almost a standard toothbrush size. That seemed pretty cool, but I couldn't remember what it was, and I noticed that my toothbrush was absolutely failing, and I thought, Amazon has 2-day shipping. I'm going to get a new toothbrush. Okay, this is the toothbrush. I'm trying something different. It's a Fairy Wheel, not sponsored, toothbrush. And a couple of neat things about it. It's very lightweight, and it has lots of different modes. It has a charger at the bottom that's a regular barrel plug, but goes into USB, so you can charge it off your computer if, say, like me, in between game changes on stream, you have to just freshen up a bit. I can just and then put that right in the computer and hang on, everyone. You always wonder what I do when I take those little breaks. We'll just bum 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 bum. And in all seriousness, I don't brush my teeth in between segments of the stream, but I do brush my teeth before streams because nobody wants to spew any kind of grossness into a microphone that's close to their mouth. Does this create wormholes? I don't know. That's a good question. A barrel plug, by the way, Animate Barrel. I don't know if this is just because of the connection to your name or if you're unfamiliar with that term. It's not a term that I necessarily always grew up with, but any of those plugs that have a barrel, in other words, a cylindrical shape to them, is called a barrel plug. So I got this. Another nice feature about it is that the toothbrush heads just pop off like that, and then you can just pop them right on. With the Sonicare, you actually have to screw it on, and little gross bits would always accumulate, and you'd always have to kind of clean it to make sure you didn't get mold and junk inside the top. This one, it's super easy. I just pop it off. I just can do a quick wipe if I need to. Usually I don't need to, and then I just put this in its own little separate spot in my medicine cabinet. So I got this. I ordered it off of Amazon, not sponsored. And funny thing is, I actually had it delivered because I wasn't sure I'd be home. I had it delivered to my in-laws' home, and it just made a little more sense because they'd be there and whatnot. Well, it got delivered in an odd place. The Whoever delivered it, I'm not entirely sure if it was the postal service, if it was UPS. Lots of different carriers bring out Amazon products. They delivered it right in front of the garage door, and not in the middle or something like that, or not on the driveway in front of the garage door. They put it right smack dab where your tire would go. Okay, not a very smart move, I would think. And lo and behold, it happened to be the day that my father-in-law had parked by backing in. Usually it's the other way around. He has a little backup camera in the vehicle, and also will usually kind of look just to make sure there's nothing behind him before pulling out. But because this was a day where he could just pull right forward, and he could sort of see and got the sense that there was nothing obstructing his path, he pulled forward. Well, unfortunately, the hood of the vehicle was such that he just didn't see this box, and smush. Okay, this whole box completely crumpled. And the funny thing is, this is a lithium battery inside, and so the box itself has all of this warning, big orange bold letters saying, "Hey, everybody, this thing can be dangerous. Don't crush it," etc. So driving a large SUV over a lithium battery is probably not a good idea. He noticed something was amiss, went out, found the box, of course went, "Oh my gosh." And amazingly, miraculously, while the box itself is completely flattened, the box inside of the box was mostly flattened. Its additional heads, and its charging cable are all perfectly fine. I've been using this now for, about a week or so, a little bit more, and it's not bad so far. I'm not sure. I'm still on the fence, how it compares to Sonicare or other options out there, but for $20, a little manna tidbit for you. If you're in the market for for an electric toothbrush, this might be one to put on your radar. It is apparently, it's pretty good. Okay, it holds a charge. Thus far, I haven't even charged it. I like some of the features. I like the form factor. It's light. It has different options here with a fancy little LED light. And who doesn't like LED lights, right? I'm impressed. It's $20, and apparently it is indestructible. So there you go. That's it. This is my little hashtag not sponsored Fairy Will recommendation. It's not bad. It's not bad. For $20, it'll definitely do you. It's a lot cheaper than a lot of the other options out there. And I do recommend an electric toothbrush for those of you out there who may still be on the fence or have never tried one. I've had good luck with them. And you do want to watch out that you aren't too aggressive on your gums for good gum health. But I do find that it's advantageous. I feel like my teeth feel cleaner generally, and I don't use whitening toothpaste or anything like that. My teeth aren't pearly white. I've never had braces, though. You can tell that my teeth aren't necessarily perfectly aligned. It's okay. Those little flaws are what make us human, and I'll embrace that. The gray in my hair is coming in my beard and whatnot. It's who I am. I'm not going to try and hide that, everybody. I'm going to try to age gracefully here. But this can help keep your teeth and gums healthy. So there you go. That's my little story of the toothbrush. I don't know why I felt compelled to share that with you all today, but I did. And so I wanted to go ahead and let you know. Memory Martin says hooray for double boxing, by the way. And then heel barrel. Does the barrel plug ISO standard have different sizes defined? Is that 106? You're right. Barrel. There we go. Animate Barrel says he, not heel barrel. He barrel. Does the barrel plug ISO standard have different sizes defined? Is that one a 06? Yeah. I don't know, actually. There are different sizes. I can't remember what this one is. This one is possibly unmarked, unless IPX7 could potentially be relevant. I'm not sure. I do have a little barrel plug adapter kit, and it does, I think, have numbers on it. So I could try that and just see. I haven't done it. Anyway, Animate Barrel, I'm willing to bet the delivery driver paperboyed the package, just threw it at the house from the truck. Very could be. And also, I love flawed teeth. David Tennant has the best teeth floss. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take these teeth. I'm going to take them to my grave. Hopefully all of them anyway. But I never did have braces, and obviously I was fortunate enough to not need them. I mean, I can bite just fine, but there are people who need braces. I'm not trying to diminish the importance of braces. I'm glad that I didn't need them, and I don't feel I need them now. My dentist asked me about Invisaligns at one point, and I declined. And he did say, I may want to watch in the future. My teeth might become a little crowded. We'll see. I'm watching. I'm following my dentist's advice. He is an expert. Actually, I shouldn't say that anymore. Not that he isn't an expert, but that he's my dentist, because he really is my former dentist. He's up in Washington. But he's the one who was telling me about that. Manna, have you added the new dates for Zelda yet, or will you do that next week? Thank you for asking. Excellent question before we get started. I meant to do that today. I took a nap, and then I watched WandaVision, and then I took a nap. I was very tired. I'm caught up on WandaVision, though. Oh, that show. It's a good one. It's a good one. Anyway, I'm going to try. I think I'm going to try. I don't know. At various points, I'm going to try and just chat with people at the start of streams. I think that's a good thing. I like it. I enjoy just chatting. And yes, I will be putting the stream dates up. Of course, one of the neat things is going to be that we are playing A Link to the Past, and that game is just fantastic. So it should be a lot of fun. I know I'm going to reach out to Iron Rusty when I put them live, because Iron Rusty a while back had stated an interest in helping me to go through that game and be a guide of mana. I'd like to give him a shot. Kind of first crack, if you will. But obviously, if those are up and live, it's fair game for anyone. Okay, what should we do, everybody? Let's do this. Let's snap our fingers together, shall we? Because it's time. 3, 2, 1, snap. There we go. Okay, you can tell I downloaded Capcom Arcade Stadium, and I got a couple of games for free, 1940-something. I can't remember which game it was in the series. And then Ghosts and Goblins, which is exciting because Ghosts and Goblins is a really cool series. Are we hearing audio? Yes, we are. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. I like the snap part. Thank you, Animation Barrel. I do appreciate that. And here we go. Let's see what we get. This is the first time now. I've downloaded the update, but it's the first time I've run it since downloading the update. It's actually also the first time I've ran this today. Let's see what we get. Save data will now be updated due to the new release version. This is exciting. I'm seriously really excited here because we have the potential for some of our Mario elements to be included as of today. I'm not entirely certain how this works. I did read up a little bit. I was a little confused. I didn't look too deep into it, but suffice to say, this game is rolling out March 1st, I believe, is the big Mario push. All of these crossover items. This is the first Nintendo crossover element since this game was released, as a matter of fact, because past games have almost just by default included it. This one, not so much. Memory Martin says, I believe we get access to the Mario items in March. Okay, which is fair. Now, some people have time traveled. I'm not going to time travel. But we're going to see. Obviously, we've got the update. We're going to see what we find. Maybe we'll get a little gift in the mail. Who knows? I don't know. I really don't know what to expect. There are other elements, too. It's, of course, going to be Shamrock Day coming up. Oh, I love it. Can't wait. Of course, this is a St. Patrick's Day reference. And then we have a couple other things, too, I believe. This year if I'm not mistaken, we're celebrating Pi Day for the first time in Animal Crossing, which should be a lot of fun. I don't know if we get anything really special or if it's kind of like Valentine's Day. You just get a little something in the mail and a little nod to it. That's fine too. Nothing for Pokemon yet, Memory Martin. Keep the faith. Yet. Nothing for Pokemon yet. All right, good evening, Isabel says. Right now it is 7:26. That means we waffled on for quite a while. That's okay. I'll take it. Is there really no news for me to share today? No, Isabel. I believe there is. Really? Well, that's fascinating. Oh, and April Fools. I forgot about that as well. April Fools will be coming up soon as well. That's odd. Did it not update, I wonder? I did do an update. It downloaded an update and installed an update. I don't know what to say right now. Huh. Well, here. Let's grab our StarNet and woohoo! Oh, wait, really? Really? Darn, okay. That was a bit of a fail. Anyway, I'm curious. By the way, look at those amazing golden roses. Thank you so much, Memory Martin. I really appreciate those. Here we go. Okay. Jolly Reds sent us the final purchase of the quaint painting. Renee says, last time I did the big spring cleaning, I cleared out the closet and found a whole pile of plushes I forgot about. I used to be scary good at crane games. I hate to just throw them out. I mean, buried in plushies, Renee. Well, that's kind of fun. And then Nintendo, Dear Brian, thank you for downloading the update. We'd like to give you a present to show our appreciation. Please remember to keep an eye out for future updates as well. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay. Now, what does my inventory look like right now? Yeah, it's not the best, but that's okay. We've got a little Prezi. This is the quaint painting. Okay, a mushroom mural.
Well, hold on to your hats. We're being raided.
Woo! Hey, it's a positive vibe raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. You know what I need? I need like a star one like my character here in the game. But since I don't have that, let's first of all act shocked, as I certainly was, and then let's act joyously. Because thank you for coming on in. I'm Captain Board. Thank you so much. Bomb Senchu. That's a fun name. Is it like Bombchu from the Legend of Zelda series? Dash Magnum, welcome on in. How are you all doing? You're awesome and amazing. You're awesome and amazing. Thank you so much for coming on in for the raid and for sending those positive vibes. I really do appreciate it. Maisie, thank you so much. I hope your stream was good. What did you do? Bomb Sanchu is a World of Warcraft NPC. See, I didn't know that. I have not, as of yet, played World of Warcraft, so that is something that I don't know anything about. And Maisie thought the same thing about Bombchu. Fair enough. Well, welcome on in, Raiders. I, first of all, want to thank you for hanging out with my friend Maisie. Maisie's been a long-time supporter of this channel, is, in fact, a mod, and has just been a great pal for many years. And so I'm glad that you're hanging out with them. And for all those who don't know anything about me, I am an E for Everyone variety streamer. There we go. An E for Everyone variety streamer. That's what I'm trying to say. Basically, I try to cast a wide net that this is something that is appropriate and fun for everyone, and that everyone can feel safe and welcome. I play mostly Nintendo games because that's my favorite right there. And then retro games on original hardware. I'm actually playing through the Legend of Zelda franchise, where I'm playing all on original hardware and inviting guests to come, friends of Mana, just like you.
Thanks for joining the Friends of Mana.
Thank you. To come and guide me. And so that's been a fun thing. I've gotten through the first 2 games. I'm taking a little bit of a palate cleanser break playing Animal Crossing, and next week, starting on Tuesday, we'll be diving right back in to Zelda with A Link to the Past. And then I also play indie games. I love diving deep into some pretty heavy topics when we can spend the time and do it justice. So, perfect timing indeed, Bob Sanchu. I really appreciate that. All right. You stole it about 10 years ago. I think if you search it, you get more from me than that NPC. That's great. That's great. Oh my gosh. Every time you say Maisie, it reminds me of Maisie Mouse. Anyone else know what I'm talking about? I can't say that I do, as a matter of fact. Dash, you missed. Actually, also Maisie and Bum Sanchu. and oh dear, let me make sure. I'm Captain Board. There we go. You missed me waffle on at the start of the stream about this new toothbrush I have, but do catch the VOD if you get a chance. I don't want to repeat myself at this point. It was rather involved, but it's a fun story, I think, or it's entirely ridiculous and not worth your time. But I mean, that's up to you. Nice brush. Thank you so much. So we are playing Animal Crossing. Today, I've decided what I want to do is focus on just hanging out with my islanders. I haven't really done this for quite some time. That is to say, I haven't chatted with my various islanders and gotten to know them. I've more or less ignored them, and that's been for a fair amount of time now. So we're going to make some visits, find them in the wild, and chat with them, and I'll be sure to share a little of their personality here on stream with you, because I really like my islanders. In case you're wondering, oh, that's the wrong button. In case you're wondering, I have Renee and Drift, who are my two original islanders. Spork, who is just ridiculous and fun, and I never want him to leave my island. Marina, who is so sweet. Lopez, who is too cool for school, and I really like him. Keaton, who is one of the very few non-sporty type eagles. I think it's kind of cool, and so Keaton's stuck around. Blanche, who's sort of an uppity, snobbish sort of person. It's kind of fun. I like Blanche. Eunice, who's sort of sweet and poetic and lives apparently in a laundromat, so every island needs a laundromat. Nan, who I don't really know that well, but she sent me a few letters that are kind. We'll chat with her a bit more today. And Lolly, who's probably one of my new favorite island residents, just actually joined recently, and she's adorable, let me tell you. Memory Martin, you're going to do a special New Horizons stream tomorrow. Well, I'll certainly try. I don't know that I'll be able to. I do have a small face sharing group I'll be a part of tomorrow night via Zoom, but I will be otherwise preoccupied. Also, when people do come to my island, I've got lots of DIY cards for you to go through. There's some good ones there. Okay. So I was going to head into a house, and I totally got distracted, as I often do. Ooh, the Northern Lights are there. Sweet. There we go. Let's take a picture, huh? I love it. Oh, well. Maybe if we go this way. Maybe if we go this way. Yeah, I'll take that. That works. So pretty indeed. Oh, I love it. Okay. We may not have snow for much longer, so I will enjoy it while I can. You prefer, is it Chevra, Memory Martin? Aurora Borealis, Memory Martin says, oh my gosh, Lolly is asleep. This is too adorable. Wonder if, I gotta look. I'm gonna use the app really quickly. I know that I could use the selection menu in here, but I'm going to use this for a moment and see if I have a sleeping emote. I actually don't know. Anyways, she's a white goat. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye out for I don't know how you say that. Chavra? It's not one that I'm super familiar with. Let's see. I mean, we could always do happiness. That's always a good one. Here, take a screenshot of that one. Do I have a sleeping one? There we go. There we go. That is so perfect right now. That is exactly where we're at. Okay. Kokichi, Weasley, hello and welcome. Lovely to see you in here. Oh my gosh. Oh, so I guess we should probably wake up Lolly. Sorry. Snurk. I love it. And Jacklocks Plays is here as well. Hello, welcome on in. Lovely to see both of you. Lolly asks, I'm sorry, did I fall asleep? Hope I didn't say anything weird in my sleep. I didn't, right? Oh, I used to talk in my sleep. I may still. Haven't done it for a while though. When I was younger, there's a little story. Another a story. This is going to be a story stream in case you didn't catch. This is kind of what this has turned into. When I was younger, our house essentially was like a square donut. It was a wonderful layout for a home. You walk in the front door, which was a little off to the side of the house. It wasn't quite centered. Well, it was actually pretty darn close. When you walk through the door, immediately to your left is the dining room area. There wasn't a wall dividing it, but there was a little area where the dining room table was, and etc. To your right was the living room area, and there was a little room divider that my parents had put with the big console TV there. Do you remember this? I've been really going down another rabbit hole. I've been really fascinated by TVs lately. And remind me, I'll circle back because I have some more to share about that. But then the couches were over in that living room area, etc. We had a big wall unit with a fish tank. So that was kind of the first section. Now, then off to the side, to the almost about right in front of you from that front door, was the door into the master bedroom. And as you walked into it, to your left was a closet, occupying that center section of the donut. And then you would keep going, and there was the only bathroom in this house. And when you walk in, immediately to your left was a door, and you would go into my room, my bedroom, which had a window to the backyard and a closet on the inside donut section. Really effective use of the space in this house because it was a small house. And then actually along the back wall of my bedroom actually was essentially the utility area. It had the washer and dryer. But yeah, it wasn't, it wasn't encroaching upon my space so much. It was just right there. And then a door to the backyard. And then if you if you turn left from first entering the bathroom, so you walk in, go through the bedroom, go in the bathroom, turn left, go into my room, walk all the way to the end, turn left again, you go into the kitchen. If you keep walking through the kitchen, you end up in the dining room again. So it's just a little square donut, okay? The kitchen was a little galley kitchen, and all of the appliances occupied the remainder of that closet area, that center hole of the donut. Really cool home, actually. The more I think about it, it kind of was a not so tiny home. Okay. Kokichi Weasley's got to go shower. No problem. Take care. All right. Stories galore. That's right. And so let's see. One day I'm certain fallen asleep, and I would like to think I was dreaming. I had this really bizarre dream where I had woken up, walked out the back door that was right there in my room, and proceeded into our backyard. And our backyard was pretty large. Now, of course, being a young kid, it probably felt bigger than it really was, but it was substantial. And it was all fenced, and there were some fruit trees along the side, the garage off to the left. There was a little patio and, in fact, a little wine cellar section there. And then it would loop around behind the garage, and there was a little section there where you could park, trailers, etc. And in this dream, I'm sure it's a dream, pretty sure it's a dream, I'm walking around, and I walk by the doghouse kind of off the patio, and where the grill was, and a little picnic table. And all while I'm walking, I'm seeing these brightly colored little almost like little aliens would be the best way to describe it. It's the only thing I can think of. Red, blue, and yellow. Some a little bit taller, some a little bit squatter, almost like Pikmin. Maybe more like the viruses in Dr. Mario. Not sure if I had played the game yet or not. And I'm walking along the perimeter of the backyard, seeing all of these brightly colored little critters, all just kind of hanging out. And well, that was the dream. I do kind of a lap around the yard. So in the morning, my dad, who's a fairly light sleeper, wakes up and says to my mom, last night I woke up because I felt a little bit of a breeze, and Brian was just out in the backyard just doing laps and walking in his sleep. Or was I? Do 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 do. Yeah. So fun little fact. I don't remember any of it. There we go. Car9, welcome on in. How are you doing, Car9? Long time no see. It's your birthday this Friday? Nice. Well, if you swing by on Saturday, I certainly could play you a happy birthday. If you wanted, I could squeeze it in tonight too, but that's cool. It's not just a sleep talker, but a sleepwalker too, right, Dash? There you go. So that was my adventure when I was a kid. Now let's get back another little thing, which is about TVs. But I think we do owe Lolly a continuation of this story. So I'll circle back to TVs here after we talk once more. Everything okay, Bon Bon? Yeah, let's talk. How's that friend of mine from Sino doing? Well, Memory Martin, do you have anything for me to share with Lolly? I'd love to just offer some words, that she knows that you're doing well or whatnot. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Happy early birthday, by the way, Car9. That's super cool. What an exciting time. I love birthdays. I really do. They're fun. Do you have any plans? All right. Memory Martin is doing good. Love you, Lolly. Sending lots of hugs. Aw. Lolly, did you hear that? Aw. Yes, Memory Martin is doing quite well, thank you. We do get along well. Isn't this serendipitous? It's time for that requisite blush, Memory Martin. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. And look, Lolly is even drinking some, I'll call it tea. I'm drinking some echinacea tea. It's really quite good. Okay. Goldie and Cookie were talking about you the other day. Aw. They miss me. Oh, I'll have to come visit sometime. All right. I was struck by a photo of the sea butterfly that I saw in a fishing guide. They're beautiful creatures, but rarely found in local waters. I really wish I could catch one. I'll try, can I? Should I? I'm going to say... What should I say? I don't want to make false promises. What do you think? Tomorrow might be my last chance. Okay, well, I guess we're going to go fishing. Okay. Car9, well, not really. I may stream. I don't think you've seen my gallery on my island in Animal Crossing. Oh, I'd love to do that. Love to see that. Okay, well, Lolly, we're going to have to find you a sea butterfly. Is that one found in the streams to the north? Do you know? Do you remember? Oh, you meant might be the last chance to visit Memory Martin. Oh, this week will definitely be the last for the fish. Okay. The sea butterfly. Let's go check in on Drift, and then I'll tell you a little bit about televisions. Oceans, it's a size 1. Size 1, the small little one. Okay. Good. All right, look at this. Drift, our sporty character. You're here, Vitamin B. I like the nickname. Make yourself at home. Let's talk. Do you know if 99 went back to Appalachia? Appalachia? Some people say Appalachia. Appalachia? Appalachian Mountains? Appalachia. Appalachia? I was kind of blending the two. Usually I say Appalachia, but then for some reason I switched to Appalachia, and I don't know. What do you prefer, Animate Barrel? They were staring up at the sky, wishing on all the shooting stars. Oh, I bet. What do you think they were wishing for? I bet it was either ripped abs or beastly biceps. What do you think about that, Animate? Dribbit. Oh my gosh, you're Abadabalusha? Abadabalusha. Appalachia because of my apples. Perfect, Animate Barrel. I like it. I like it. Appalachia. I like it. What? Are you surprised that I have a log wall mounted clock? I'm so surprised. It might come as a surprise, but I am deeply concerned about time. If you want to bulk up, you got to get serious. There's only so many hours in the day to work out, Dribbit. Oh my gosh. Drift is adorable. Okay, so just to let you know about TVs, I've always been fascinated by old televisions, and it's because of my interest in video games. Yes, Drift is actually one of my original villagers. I'm so happy too, because I love that his house looks the way it does. I think it's just very fitting.
Everything that has transpired has done so according to my design. It was I who allowed your rebel friends to subscribe to your channel.
That one's never going to get old. Jenna, thank you so
Loonies.
much. Jenna, thank you so much. 6 months, half a year of subscribing to the channel. How are you doing? How are you, Jenna? How are you? What is up? What is happening? So lovely to see you. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that resub. Everybody, if we could get some hype in the chat, that'd be awesome. And Jenna, just thank you so much. There we go. Look at all that sub hype. Sub hype. Oh my goodness. Y'all are loony, Jenna says. So I was about to share a little bit about televisions. I'll dive into that, but I also just want to thank Jenna so much. And also say, Dash, that, that alert, it's still such a good one. I enjoy when that comes in. Dash is the voice of our emperor in that situation. And I've got a few more to add. If any of you would like to add and contribute some alerts, please let me know. Happy to add those. So televisions, I have this fascination. I've got a few pretty neat televisions. I really should share them in video or something like that. Dash says, lol, glad you enjoy it. It brings a smile to my face too. This is still the 5-month sub I did. Jenna, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, should I resend my audio, Memory Martin? Yes, please, actually, if you have it. I looked and I don't know what happened. I really don't. I think some things got lost. I was doing poor file management at some point. My apologies. If you have them, that would be super. And anyway, so televisions. I really should show these off at some point. I grew up, the big console television, in a wood cabinet. This was furniture more so than a TV, but it had this pretty advanced button system where it was actually flat, but you push in on these little plastic squares that only 3 sides were cut out, so they would give and then push probably a little micro switch or something like that. But it was, it would give enough. A really clever design. Utilized a lot of times. It's sleek, elegant, but also cost-cutting, I would imagine. Cost-cutting, get it? Because it's cut out on... Anyway. So we used that TV for a number of years, and that's kind of how I originally remember playing my video games, the ones that I owned. First time I ever played Mario, however, was on a slightly older TV with the dial channel selector. And it was a small television in this upper shelf cabinet system in an office at my friend's house. And they opened up one of the doors from this cabinet above the desk. The TV was there, and we played the original Super Mario Brothers on it. And one of my early, or perhaps the earliest time of playing Atari 2600 was at a neighbor's house, my grandparents' neighbor's house, grandparents on my dad's side, who lived in a little neighborhood, and there was a cul-de-sac nearby, kind of across the street. And in this sleepy little cul-de-sac was a neighbor about my age, and we would get together. And they had in this back room the Atari 2600 and an old black and white television that also had, of course, the dials, etc. What do I get for 6 months? Jenna asks. What would you like? Oh, you first of all, you do get a cool new look for your badge. You have a green mana potion now, which is super exciting. This is going to cover all of your mana and health. Really excellent. I highly recommend it. When you're feeling peckish, just whip that emote out and that little mana potion, and it'll perk you right up. If you would like something else, I mean, aside, you certainly have my gratitude, my appreciation. Let me know. So anyway, and for now, you're also getting a story. So that was some of the early TVs. Then when we moved, and actually to the town I'm in right now, we had that same set TV, but we also had a smaller television with the wood grain panels on the side. Ray Will, hello, welcome. Had wood grain panels on the side, fake wood grain, like tinny plastic kind. You know what I mean? Like painted on, sort of. It wasn't really wood, but it's how a lot of older TVs looked. And the grill for the speaker and volume or channel and volume knobs. Or no, just channel knobs, excuse me. Well, it did have a volume knob on the power. You pull out the little and spin it for the volume. But it had the big for the channels. And that one was what I then hooked up all of my video games to. At that time, now I've got this. It was essentially the same concept. We had this sort of stand for this TV, and it was just about so wide to fit 2 systems next to each other below it on 2 shelves. So I could fit 4 systems. And I believe that I had the Atari 2600 on the bottom shelf. And then I believe it was the NES and SNES above that. And I may have either stuck the Odyssey sideways next to it or put a bin with some additional games. I can't quite remember. Down below there were these 2 doors you could click in, the magnets would come out, and you could put your games in there. Total Sketch and Onikage-sama, welcome on in. I'm talking about TVs right now. And that's how I had, played my video games for many, many years. Eventually a Sega Genesis went down there. And so again, a tube TV, kind of cool with this wood grain. And then, then you start moving into other sorts of things. So I went to college, and one of my professors was actually getting rid of a TV. I ended up getting it. It was a little black TV, more modern, with a VHS player at the bottom. And so kind of, again, this evolution of TVs. And then when we went to grad school, Ms. Manna and I, in the basement of the apartment we were living in, it was sort of known to be this kind of free exchange. Anything that was there you could take. And there was a slightly larger, just simple kind of black television, sort of what you see a lot of in the 90s and the early 2000s. And so we took it. It was a pretty good size, but we didn't take it with us when we moved. We eventually did get a flat screen monitor, and it's one of those big kind of flat ones, a black flat screen TV, I should say, kind of an early one. It was 1080p, but it's somewhat smaller. So then your shop is buying turnips for $2.14 on your island? No! And I don't have any turnips. I didn't buy any on Sunday. Oh, Total Sketch. I am going to have to take you up on that in the future. Ray Will says, sounds similar to the setup of my old CRT in my parents' basement. It has Atari 2600, NES, and Sega Genesis all hooked up to it. Ray Will, that's awesome. And then, by the way, eventually I had this TV. This is what we got. This is our most recent TV, and it's a 4K TV. But I'm not always interested in getting the latest, greatest, biggest, and most. You need a toilet, Jenna? You need the toilet, not in the game. I gotcha. BRB. See you later. Anyway, then I should also mention sort of another important TV that I had at one point. So my great-grandmother, when she was getting on in years, had this small white RCA television that was really, I thought, very cool looking. It was kind of sleek. It had these rounded, elegant sort of sides and this big sort of dome at the back to cover the yoke of the. Is that what it's called? The yoke? I'm forgetting my terminology. Of the TV, and I thought it was neat. It was kind of my favorite TV. That was the TV. It was a rather small one. That was the TV that we eventually inherited, and we put it in my parents' or my mom's craft room closet. Okay, and it was intended to eventually, maybe it might go in my room, or I might get it at some point, but we weren't going to use it. Well, that's the TV that I used to sneak at night into my room to watch Hercules and Xena. I was so bad. I'm not endorsing this or condoning it, but I would go into this closet after my parents had fallen asleep, and I would be as quiet as I could, and I would take it and I would sneak it into my my room. And oh gosh, since I'm talking so much about this, I really worth it for Xena, right? I feel like I really, you know what I'm going to do? I should have done this sooner, but I'm going to switch my, I'm going to switch what I'm streaming here to just chatting. Because in truth, I'm just chatting at the moment. Okay, let's do that real quick. We'll switch back, but this is, I got to remember to do this more often. Anyway, let's switch it. Done for now. There we go. So, remember, I have to remember to switch it back to 8-Bit Dad 7DC. Seth, welcome on in. And so there's a balloon. Do I want it? It's story time with Mana. Am I going to find this balloon? I'm going to grab that balloon really quickly. Let's grab it. See, I'm already messing up. I shouldn't have switched anything. There we go. We got a gifty. Perfect. Don't worry, I'll remind you. Thank you so much. And then we'll go back to this. So, I used to sneak into my parents' closet, this little RCA TV, and the little rabbit ears attached to it. They would kind of set in the top there. I would grab it, and I would bring it into my room, and I would take my comforter on my bed, and I would throw it over. I'd put the TV in the little section next to my bed on the far side of my bedroom. I would throw it over that, kind of make a little fort. You couldn't see the light from the TV through the door crack on the other side of the room. And I would watch Hercules and Xena, which just so campy and fun. And my parents, well, later they found out. Surprisingly, they did not know. That was something that actually, when I admitted to that, they were so surprised. I was surprised they didn't know, because they caught just about everything. I didn't get away with much. That was about as much as I ever got away with. Anyway, so now today I still have that white TV actually, and it is still in my possession. Sadly, the old console TV, that's long gone. I think it eventually just stopped working. And then the one that had the wood grain, that was what I played my games on when we moved, that one was eventually sold at a yard sale. Kind of wish I still had it, to be perfectly honest, because it was a TV that was just... I have a lot of nostalgia for it, and I don't have a TV kind of that era. I used to think, well, it's a CRT, a CRT is a CRT. I'll just get whatever one I have, because now I do have a few CRTs. I'll share about my collection real quick. You can fool some of the people some of the time, Chrono says, but you can barely fool your mom and dad. Animate Barrel used to sneakily tape X-Files on the VCR on Friday nights and watch it Saturday mornings when my parents weren't around. Oh my gosh, that's another really good one. And Mike Tron, welcome on in. Oh my gosh. 8-Bit Dad 7DC says, I have a banner that says game paused chatting break for these moments. It's a good, I like that. It's good. I do have like this scene, but I don't have it when I'm talking. I really should add that text in. That would actually be really cool. Chrono says, I could never understand X-Files. Oh my gosh. That's funny. So, did you ever catch Jack of All Trades with Bruce Campbell? Is that an episode of Xena? Is that the one, because where, not Jockster, what's his name? Autolycus? Is that what you're talking about? Twitchy Berry, greetings. I'm distracted. Nice. I think that is Autolycus, Jack of all trades. That was an incredible episode. Hi, distracted. I'm Dad. Anime Pearl says. Nice. Okay. So, I've been recently realizing the different eras that really fit with video games, like the NES. You know, the Atari and the NES, similar eras of televisions, different to some extent. You know, Atari, etc., had these really kind of old style TVs that definitely had the clunky, dials and whatnot, or potentially older. You know, NES was kind of getting into some digital buttons, etc. SNES as well. N64, you're kind of moving, into maybe a little more streamlined, slimmed down, kind of those black, smooth types of things that maybe had no buttons on the surface of it. And once you get to the GameCube and Wii, you've got these, Sony. Even once you get to the Wii, you've got these flat screen CRTs, flat tube CRTs, etc. There's different eras. It was another show directed by Sam Raimi. It was a separate character, Jack, who was an American spy set loosely in the late 1700s, in the same way that Hercules and Xena are loosely based on Greek myth. I never heard of this, Dash. There is, I believe, a Jack of all trades titled episode in Xena, so that's what I was thinking of. But oh my gosh, I'm going to have to check this out. That sounds amazing. You remember an episode where Blackbeard kidnapped Ben Franklin, who definitely didn't live at the same time in real life. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. So I'm going to wrap up just by talking. I don't know, is this interesting to anyone, talking about tube televisions? I think it's fascinating. I just want to share it with you, because why not? I want to just wrap up talking about tube televisions, and we'll continue on. I'm talking to all my villagers, and we're just chatting today. So, my personal collection of tube televisions right now. Kronos' Mana hanging with you is interesting. Thank you so much. Just saying, I think you'll like the update Prezi. Ooh, I can't wait. I'm going to try it, Memory Martin. That's another thing I got to do. Cheerios, Jenna says. I got pistachios and Cheerios. That sounds amazing. So my personal collection of CRTs right now, these televisions are, well, it's a little bigger than I have room for. But they're getting harder to find. They just don't make them. And so I've got this one that I got actually from a church I was with before. And they were phasing out. They had a school attached. They were phasing out their CRTs at this point. They had like one or two just big clunky CRTs still around, and VCRs, because teachers sometimes want to use those, things like that. And I ended up asking for it. They were just going to junk it, and but they really wanted it, if it could be used. We don't want to just create more waste. And I said, you know what? You're not going to believe it, but I really do want it. And it's an enormous CRT television. In fact, I'm not exaggerating when I say it is, I would think, not having it in this room to for sure compare it, at least as tall in picture as this TV here, which is not a slouch, okay? So it is obviously in a 4:3 aspect ratio, so it's not counted as large as this, because this, TVs, if you're not aware, are measured from corner to corner. So a widescreen has an advantage in terms of just sheer display length. But this TV, again, is at least as tall in picture as this. So imagine, essentially, I can play on a CRT, but have the same size game as this, which is pretty cool. Especially when I use my RetroTink 2X on this, and it makes it so that the picture is coming out as a 4:3 aspect ratio. So it essentially looks like this. So imagine that. That's my big CRT, and it is... I don't remember what the brand is, to be honest. I can't remember right now. Anyway, that is in our garage, sadly, right now. One day, when I set up a studio, I say when, I'm optimistically still hoping for that. When I set up a studio, then I want that to be a part of the studio, and it's really what I want to play my retro games on in the future. Then I have a smaller CRT. It's sort of like a middle size. That's this behemoth of a CRT. I have a medium-sized CRT, which I got at a Goodwill. It was dirt cheap, and again, I'm aware that these are becoming harder to find. So when I saw it, I thought, that would be good. And this was before I had the behemoth. I only had a smaller TV at the time. I thought, well, I'll use this as my main gaming television. And I had it actually on this down in what used to be the gaming room at our old house. It was light enough that it would fit on this, and I wasn't worried that it was going to topple and or break the shelving unit. So that's in our garage as well at the moment. And then I have two of these small TVs, I'll call them. One is that white RCA that I told you about that I used to watch Xena and Hercules on. It's still a favorite of mine. I may bring it into this room at some point if I can find a good spot to put it. I have some ideas. But that one, it's full of nostalgia for me. And it's actually a good size for a room like this because it doesn't take up too much space. I even may be able to get away with having it next to this big TV if I play my cards right. And then it'd be nice for playing games on there like that. And then I actually have an identical TV to that I picked up at, I forget where actually, but it's a clear version of that RCA TV. And I can't wait to actually show it off in a video to all of you because it's actually a TV which was used in prisons. They used to manufacture electronics with clear cases so that nothing could be smuggled in or hidden. And I just think it's a neat thing. It's a completely crystal clear TV. You see everything on the inside. Sadly, I used it for a little while, and then it stopped working, and there's something wrong with it. I don't believe that it is unrepairable. I think it's something that could easily be fixed. Maybe it's some capacitors have gone out or something. When I say easily fixed, I haven't ventured into the world of fixing CRTs. That's just a whole thing I'm not ready to do. I know people, especially in the arcade, hobby arena, they love taking apart tube monitors, and they have ways of discharging it, doing it, theoretically safely. I'm nervous, but if I can find someone who still has the craft of fixing TVs, I may very well spring to have this one repaired. For now, I can't get rid of it. No. None of the TVs I have use vacuum tubes. Yeah, none of them use like the old style, the real old TVs. No, but yeah. And I didn't know that was the thing, Dash said. Yeah, in fact, that's a fun little fact, is a lot of old electronics were manufactured for prisons with the identical mold, but in a clear plastic shell. A lot of Walkmans and Discmans, etc., use this as well. So that was my tube TV collection up until last week, when my dad and I were talking, and he goes, in the garage, in our little corner of when we eventually do a garage sale, which we haven't been able to do because of COVID, there's this old TV of your grandfather's on my mom's side. And I went, oh yeah, I remember this. He used to live in it was essentially a log cabin, and it was pretty small, and he had a little living room area. Eventually we got him a flat screen TV that had a toaster style DVD player. That's actually now what's in my parents' family room on the same display that my old consoles used to be. But the TV that was there was then put in his bedroom when he was living there, and it is an older TV than any that I've ever had. It has one of the coolest remotes I've ever seen. In fact, I really should just go and grab it. If you request it enough, I may go and grab it to share it with you because I think you'd like it. But I would need to see it in the chat if you really want to see that. I can go run and grab it from the garage right now. But the TV itself, not only is the remote cool, the TV, instead of having a digital display or something like that, it actually has the old style clock display where a card flips and the numbers change because the cards just keep flipping. So it's totally analog. Okay, get the remote, Chrono says. Lol may as well, Dash says. Do they require a wheel with hamsters running in them to power them on? Very well could. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to go ahead and do our standby screen, and I will be right back. Go, 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 memory mark. Okay, we're gonna put this on. I'm gonna be as quick as I can. Please do chat amongst yourselves for a moment. Chrono presses the mute button and then he says nothing. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, friends. One moment. Hold on. I have a little pug with me. He was very, very wild at the moment. Let me see if maybe she'll calm down. I wanted to share on stream really quickly. There we go. Okay, 1 second. Here, girl. All right. Oh gosh, what you doing? What you doing? There we go. Oh, hi, hi. Look at the camera. Are you excited? What is going on? What's going on? What's going on, sweetie? What do you think of all this, huh? What do you think? You gonna whisper in my ear? You gonna whisper something? Here we go. Aw. There we go. There we go. Who's your good man at bug? What do you think? What do you think? Interesting. Oh, wow. You're allowed to have the dog in during the stream? Oh, what are you doing? You trying to jump somewhere? What do you think? Who's that? Is that you? Yeah. Yeah, you are. You're a good doggy. Okay, sweetie. Yeah, look at that. What do you think of that? Hi, everyone. You're so good. You're so good. Oh, you're actually really calm right now. Sometimes she's really not happy with the setup because she'll just kind of look and get, I think, a little bit freaked out by seeing herself in the display. She's doing pretty good right now. She's not shaking or anything. One time she did, so we didn't show her much. But yeah, these are my friends I'm talking to, and I'm going to show them a really cool remote control. Yeah. Now, are you ready to go to bed? Are you going to go to bed? Oh, are you going to go to bed with Mana Sprout? Curl up in her bed? Is that what you're going to do? Get some good sleep? Yeah. Yeah, I think you are. I think that's exactly what you're going to do. Who is that other mana bug on the screen? Yeah. Good doggy. Good doggy. Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna let her out. Okay. Anyway, look at all those wonderful comments right there. I love it. And, okay. Bye, Mana Pug. Be good. Yep. Aw, she's a sweetie. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you this remote now. Okay. Like I said, we're not done talking about TVs. All right, you ready for this? I can't even. This is just the remote is like one of the coolest things. Ba-na-na-na. There we go. Look at this beastly remote. Okay? Beastly remote. 2 double A's. Look at how they had to put that. I mean, look at this. Okay? I mean, to open this thing up, there's this enormous bolt. And look at this. This literal metal grill right there. Hitachi right there. And then look at this. You have to actually turn the TV on manually from the system for this to work, but listen to this. No, I'm going to... Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Here's what we're going to do. Hold on. I'm going to do it. Okay. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Welcome, everyone, to the ASMR stream, where we are going to take a listen to various electronic devices, that's a word now, sounds. Let's begin with this Hitachi ancient remote. And now, a fairy wheel toothbrush. Let's try the clean mode. Let's try the sensitive mode. Let's try the polish mode. Now let's try the massage mode. And now, to complete our ASMR journey tonight, let's bring in the kazoo. Oh my goodness. Okay. Tonight, joining the house band, the Claps and Haze. We are a special toothbrush theremin accompanied by Hitachi remote percussion. That was anti-ASMR. Everyone give them a big hand. Oh man, I'm sorry everybody. I don't know. This is a fun stream. I'm not gonna lie. This is actually a really fun stream for me. I haven't enjoyed doing streaming as much as this in a little while. I think it's good. And yeah. On that topic, I just want to thank you because I've been having, I think maybe partially being tired, but for various reasons, just maybe not in the best headspace. Poor mental health, shall we say, and it's been a little stressful, and so being able to just do things like this is so helpful. I really appreciate it. This is that You're welcome. We're pretty great. Anime Bros are the best. I really, really genuinely appreciate when I get to hang out and interact with people in chat and interact with you and get to build a relationship. I feel like that's what we're doing. This is something I don't get to do as often as maybe I'd like, and it's a little different. I recognize that it's maybe not to suit everybody's tastes, but I'm enjoying myself, and I like to keep things a little different, just to make sure that people don't get bored. I guess I don't know, but back to this remote. How cool is that, huh? This is one of 100 highlighted messages. These messages will be very highlighted in a way that will highlight your spirits with glee and happiness. Jack, thank you so much. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I mean, it's got this like industrial grade metal faux leather. I mean, it's just again, those buttons. It's like, I mean, that's too cool. Anyway, so I'll be including that. My hope one day. It may sound a little silly, but it's in the studio to have a couple of those televisions I mentioned are going to be really just primarily to use, but some of them I'd actually like to just have in a little setup in the background. I do have a couple versions. Oops, I just bonked my headphones out, my earbuds out. I have a couple versions of various consoles, so I only really use one, And so I'd like to actually kind of have little set pieces with these TVs, and if I can get them sort of period appropriate, so much the better. And I could just have those in the background kind of lit nicely and with a little practical lighting, and I think it'll look nice. Because these are things that I appreciate. I've come to appreciate more these kind of old electronics that completed the feel of what it was to play video games back in the day. It's not just the consoles for me anymore. It's mostly the consoles. I'm not out into like collecting toys, or I'm not going to wood panel everything to get that nostalgia back. But I do feel like something that I only recently have appreciated as much as I have, or as much as I ever have, is the fact that, the televisions I played on were a big part of the experience. So, less so, of course, than the controllers and the consoles, etc. But important nonetheless. Highlighted message 2 of 100. Why was I doing this again? Highlighted message 3 of 100. The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. What? Oh my gosh. You're cracking me up. Okay, let's go back to Animal Crossing here. And by the way, in case you were wondering, I did go there, and we were totally streaming under the ASMR category for a brief amount of time. That's real right there. All right. Did I lose everyone? No? Good. Let's continue on. All right. Ooh, I know what we need to do. It's 8:24. We've got time. Okay, so here's the present that has iron nuggets. That's what we got from the balloon. Okay. Yeah, let's go in here really quickly, shall we? Oh, Marina's out. No, let's go talk to Marina first. She's on our list to check out. Here we go. Hiding under the trees, I see. Good night, everyone. Take care. Ray Will, thank you so much. As soon as I played the game, Ray was like, oh, I came here for the mana weird derpiness. I was going to play a game. I'm out. I'm just kidding. Ray Will, thank you so much for coming. Memory Martin is back. I didn't even... What? Did I miss that you were leaving? I'm sorry. Gonna grab some chips. There we go. I did miss that you were leaving. Sorry. Oh, yeah, because Dash said get the remote. Kronk. I missed it. Yep. So, welcome back. You did miss the remote, but that's okay. I'll show it to you once more. Look at that cool thing, huh? And you missed the ASMR, but I know, actually, you don't mind that because you really don't like ASMR, so it all worked. Oh, my gosh. Highlighted message 4 of 100. Golden roses are fake. I just painted them. Highlighted message 5 of 100. Ray Will is going to sleep. Highlighted message 6 of 100. Memory Martin is back. Yeah, I know you don't like it. So, great to see you, Brian Blurp. Oh, yeah, and the Mana Pug was on Memory Martin. You missed Mana Pug. What's the latest, Marina? I wonder what my parents are up to. I should probably give them a call. It's a good reminder. I like that. Animate Barrel isn't a big fan either. And I'm not either. Animate Barrel says, I like the kazoo parts. Need something, Blurp? How's that friend of yours from Hawkesbury doing? You and Barry get along well, blurp. Twitchy Barry, you're just getting a shout out from Marina. I love it. And we do. Twitchy Barry has, I think, contributed more paintings to my island than I have. Through me, but still. I was talking to Mom Marie before she went to bed. No, good. I was like, I hope MM gets back to sea. Yeah, but that's okay. You can watch the VOD. Here is Renee, by the way. I like her little home here. Sup, Brian? Welcome to my place. I don't know why Renee sounds that way, but what's the latest? Wednesday, huh? Mom used to make her famous sauerkraut on Wednesdays. I should learn how to make that. You should. Twitchy Berry, ahoy! Art of M cheer, art of M cheer. That's awesome. Still got more to say? Let's talk. When was the last time you heard from Nexo? You ever visit him on Lucky Island? You know, I haven't. I used to love surprising my friends and crashing on their couch for the weekend, yo. Sometimes I got the feeling they didn't love it as much as I did, though. Oh well. Speaking of, I need to clip Mr. Martin birthday song from last night. Yes, indeed, Memory Martin. Okay, now this house did get sort of switched up a bit. We kind of added a few things here and there. I think I added the music, the doll, possibly the music player in the corner, the lamp maybe. I don't remember what we contributed, but anyway. Highlighted 8 of 100. Yeah, where did 7 go? This is just the beginning of a huge chain reaction. Highlighted message 8 of 100. I skipped 7. Highlighted message. Highlighted message 9 of 100. You went back to check. Also realized I did highlighted message 8 twice. This is too much. I love it. Oh my gosh, Jack, you're cracking me up. Oh yeah. As soon as I finished ASMR, the numbers dropped in the stream. Everybody left. Who wants to watch Animal Crossing? Oh my goodness. I love that little hat. The mannequin is looking stylish. Isn't it? Anything in particular catch your eye? Actually, I love everything. In fact, yeah, the whole shebang. I want to buy the whole outfit, please, and thank you. Is there a way to just buy the whole outfit? Highlighted messages are going to be all night, right? How many points do you have? Memory Martin asks. It's a cute little cap. I'm going to buy the cap. Animate Barrel says, I found your stream because I was looking through the family-friendly and Animal Crossing category. Aw. I'll be honest. I love Animal Crossing, and I was joking because Animal Crossing has actually been huge for my channel. Not going to lie. I won't say that I was struggling, but I certainly was in sort of a lull in terms of growth and things were just, they were fine. But once I started playing Animal Crossing, I think I found something that worked well for me. And I think that people noticed that. And I think more people were inclined to hang out. So it's been pretty good. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Nordic socks. It's very Tintin. Do you mean the mannequin in the front? I'm trying to imagine what's Tintin about the mannequin I'm looking at right now, but I'm not sure. I do like the little fox, though. That's pretty cute. Highlighted message 10 of 100. I have 10 times 10 times 10 divided by 1,000 points left. Memory Martin only has 93.7 thousand. Jack says, highlighted message 11 of 100. Memory Martin just flexed on me. Did I get the trekking shoes already? I think I did. I did indeed. So I very well could dress up like that, which actually I may well do because it's kind of cute. Oh, I like this little patchwork outfit here. I love all the new clothing options that I'm seeing. I'm going to buy that too. All right. You meant the one in front. Okay, yeah. Mana, that's a plus. What memory, Martin? What now? What? What did I miss? Oh, sorry. Oh, it's 10 times 10 times 10 divide. No, it is. Is that a plus? Oh, it is a plus. Plus 1,000. Got it. You want the polka dot dress? Absolutely. Okay, let me just see if there are the other colors for you as well. Ooh, I do like... Oh, that's a cool looking one. I'm going to pick that one up too. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, and I like that one too. Ooh, I'm going to get this. Yeah, why not? We'll wear that out. It's kind of fun. And then, thank you. And then let's go back here. And let's pick up this color combination. I actually really like that. Purchase that. And I'm going to wear this one out too. I like it. I really like it, actually. That looks really cool. Okay. And I didn't see the polka dot dress, but I didn't really look that far. I can run back and do it. But yeah. Wish they had a shopping cart. I know, Animate Barrel. That would actually be a really nice little update. I'd be down with that. It would make a lot of sense. Ooh. A steampunk costume. Ooh, I quite like that. Yes, please. So we have 2 of these gumdrop dress options. Which one would you prefer, Animate? Nintendo, when are you going to give us mannequins? Memory Martin asks. That's a fair point. The pinker one. Okay. The one on the left, less purple. Fair enough. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that, but apparently now I'm all steampunked. Okay. By the way, I mentioned next week, starting on Tuesday, we'll be playing Link to the Past. Very excited about that. Seth, I'm not sure if you caught the VOD yesterday. I was talking a bit about the fact that I happen to have... make sure I don't wear it out. There we go. I happen to have now 2 more of these Zelda games. Basically now, I went ahead. I had a little extra money. Well, I had some money from through streaming, and I got some really good deals. I was watching some auctions, so I ended up getting the 2 games that I really wanted to get that are hard to come by. And in terms of like a reasonable price. And then I got a couple of additional games, like the original Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. And so I've all but completed my Zelda collection to where I want it. After last stream, I was thinking, I actually would like to still get the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, but that's pretty low on the priority list. But I did pick up this, okay, 4 Swords right there. And this game was actually really inexpensive because I think a lot of people pass it up because 4 Swords it's kind of hard to play. You have to play multiplayer. So I picked this one up, and it's, as far as I can tell, I put pictures on Twitter. I've heard back from people. I've looked into it. I'm pretty sure this is authentic. That's what I wanted, not a reproduction. So that game is good. I've got that in the collection now because the only other version of that 4 Swords that I have is the one that's the anniversary edition on DSiWare, which is on my new 2DS XL. So that's how I'll be playing it for the stream, but I did want a physical copy. And then the big one, yes, Animate Barrel. That's it. That is the big one right there. Minish Cap. Now this is going to be so fun because I really haven't played Minish Cap before. I played some of it, but I haven't played a lot of it. So I'm really excited to be playing more of it. By the way, how perfect was it that the little information about the 35th anniversary popped up? So I'm really excited to dive into Minish Cap. That's going to be a fun one, and whoever guides me through is going to see me beat that game for the first time. That's going to be cool. So I'm going to be a little more hesitant on spoilers for when we play through that one. I also, like I said, so I got those 2. The Minish Cap was the big one. That was the biggest one I wanted to get and really needed to be able to play on original hardware. And that is thanks to JJB DB210, who gave me the money to be able to get that. And I got Four Swords Adventures. It's not in yet, but I got Four Swords Adventures for the GameCube, which was actually surprisingly difficult to get. I was surprised. But I also picked up that Zelda Four Swords for, actually a pretty remarkably good price. And I also picked up Ocarina of Time Master Quest for GameCube, which was also for a price that was pretty good. And I kind of just was realizing, like, it's now or never on these because they're only going up in price right now. That's how I looked at it anyway. And I'd worked a few extra days, and I kind of justified that I wanted to make these purchases. And then the other one was Link's Awakening, the original, not DX version. So I now have every major release of Zelda games. I have...
Thanks so much for hosting.
Thank you so much, Scooter. And I also have every re-release that's significant enough, okay? That's not a downgrade or concession made for the hardware, but that is actually in some way attempting to, to do something different or new or better. So for example, I don't have the Game Boy Advance copies of the original 2 Zelda games, but I really don't feel compelled to. I don't have all the Virtual Console releases, but I don't really feel compelled to. What I am missing, so to speak, I mean, I even have the CDI games, but what I am missing is the it's essentially the GameCube release of Twilight Princess. But the HD version on Wii U is the GameCube version upscaled with just a higher resolution. Not really any tweaks to gameplay or anything like that. So I don't feel like I have to go and get it. It's not a huge thing to not have it. But, not having Minish Cap, that was huge. Not having Four Swords Adventures, that was huge. And then, down the line, not having Four Swords, that was pretty significant. Not having Ocarina of Time Master Quest for the GameCube, that was pretty significant. Not having Link's Awakening, probably not super significant because DX is very similar, and you could play it on original hardware and almost simulate or approximate the original. You just have that extra dungeon you wouldn't really be able to play. But I wanted to have the original, and I got that one for super cheap too. It was a player's choice, and whatever. So I picked up a couple extra games than I was originally intending, but I got them for good prices. I'd been doing all the eBaying for these other games, and they were popping up. And as I was seeing them, I'm like, I'm doing all this research. I'm finding good prices. I'm watching it. I'm gonna do it, and I think it worked. So there you go. All right. Oh, we got a weird sort of thing there. Not sure why that happened, but I've got your clothes there. Animate barrel. Oh, do I? Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Did I not? Just kidding. Let's go back and look. That's weird. I thought I ordered it. Scooter, how are you doing, by the way? Scooter's checking on in. What is up? And I've got some highlighted messages I gotta check out. It's in-house storage. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'll pick up another one. You know what? Actually, hold on a second. Well, okay. I picked up another one. And Seth is saying hello to Scooter. Okay, so we have some more highlighted messages. Okay. The next one is message 12 of 100. I just left real quick to take the stuff out of our dryer and put the stuff in the washing machine into the dryer. Message 13 of 100 as Mana sips his coffee. Message 14 of 100. These are still going. Message 15 of 100. Not stopping. I'm going to hold you to it. Animate Barrel says thank you. All right. Scooter, I'm doing well. Yeah, a little down for various reasons. I'm not going to lie. It's been such a great stream, but I will say one of the tougher things about streaming has always been the sort of interpersonal relationships and the connections that you make online. And sometimes you're not really sure where you stand with someone online. And I'm sort of in that situation. It's happened several times with streaming, and it might just be me overthinking it, being overtired, and just having so much going on. But I'm not sure. So we'll see. That's it. I don't want to air any dirty laundry or anything like that in stream. I do want to just address, and for all of you, that if you ever get the sense I'm ignoring you or mad at you or anything like that, this isn't, by the way, don't infer anything by this, but it's more or less, I'll be frank, it's me assuming perhaps someone else is mad at me and not hearing back from them, reaching out to them. But if that ever happens and you ever feel like that's the case with me, please reach out to me. First of all, I can pretty much guarantee you, there's nobody you're clear. There's nobody I'm mad with. But if you ever do get this sense like, what is Mana thinking? I'm not feeling good right now. Then, what I did, I reached out to them. So so Memory Martin says, same Mana. Hey, look, for all of you, this is not direct. There's no one in here that I'm referring to, just so you know. But yeah, anyway, sometimes I worry I'm being annoying, Animate Barrel. Really? To me? No. Seth says, is this because you were at the bottom of the totem pole on Monday? Seth. Oh, that's great. I gotta just address this really quickly. That is too funny. Why am I getting that little error? I'm sorry. I gotta click on something. If you caught the stream, which you should, if you missed it, go check the VOD on 8BitDad7DC stream. But we had a lot of fun playing through some more of the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle, and I was the bottom of the pole. And I don't remember if it was on the VOD or if it was before the VOD. I think it was in the VOD. I think we were actually already playing at this point. But I was cracking some jokes about, come on, why do I get the bottom spot here? And it was we had a good laugh about it. No, but yes, Seth, of course. I enjoy our friendship as well. Seth says, we good. I enjoy our friendship. But it is tough. And nobody has ever said relationships are easy. Although I will adamantly state that I believe relationship is incredibly important. Maybe one of the most important things in our lives. And so, I take it very seriously. And I found that streaming has certainly complicated my relationships. Online relationships are difficult, and I think people are quicker to be hurt because it's harder to gauge intent through streaming, through messages and tweets and Discord, etc. It's tough. It is very tough. It's valuable though, and so, like I said, I've reached out to the person that I'm worried I may have offended or maybe mad at me for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on, and we'll take it from there. But there are actually a couple of people that I'm just kind of like, I don't know what really happened. So it's just a little weird kind of feeling, and that's gotten me down, along with, again, not really getting enough sleep the last couple of nights. But I did watch all the way up to the current episode of WandaVision, and it's pretty darn good. And that's been good. But yeah, just the other stuff, I don't know, and I want to just be honest with you, because as 8BitDad7DC says, it's extra tricky when the relationship is online. That's it. Okay, let's do a couple of things. First of all, actually, let's do this. That is so flippin' cool. If you're worried about a piranha plant coming out of your toilet, oh dear. There's a piranha plant coming out of the toilet. I told you you'd love it. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's place this back on the wall. I think it's time to try something a little different. Let's see. Wow, fancy, Seth says. Okay. And Seth says, I'm very much looking forward to the next few episodes of WandaVision. Me too. It has certainly exceeded my expectations. Really a lot of fun. I like this wall, but I think for a little bit we need to have this one up. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool in the background there. It's right and centered on that pipe. Not gonna lie, part of me wants to march. Oh, to time travel to March. Yeah. And I have some messages to read here. So, highlighted message. Highlighted message. Oh, this is wonderful. Highlighted message 16 of 100. If what I'm doing makes you feel better, man, I will keep doing it. Highlighted message 17 of 100. This community is amazing. Highlighted message 18 of 100. 1, 2, I miss a few. Highlighted message 99 of 100. 99. Highlighted message 100 of 100. 100. Oh, that's funny. I like it. I like it. But there we go. So we got a little mustachioed plumber landscape, but no mustachioed plumber as of yet. That's okay. We'll be cautious and on the lookout for a mustachioed plumber. Indeed. Okay. Ah, that's so cool. Let's send a letter really quickly. Let's do that. That'll be fun. I haven't done that in a while. Okay. All the way down here. I like our little outfit. I really should change. But anyway. Yes. So this stream has been a lot of fun for me anyways. Definitely a little different. I really do enjoy talking to you. I really do. Oh, this isn't where I wanted to actually go. I'm good, thank you. I want to go over here. See, it's been a while. Animate Barrel says, I struggle with my mental health and social anxiety is a big part of that. I've said it before, but I really appreciate how safe your community makes me feel. Like I can just relax and not be hyper vigilant that I might do or say something wrong. I'm grateful that you created it. Thank you. And as Scooter said, I'm grateful you're part of the community too. It's this message right here. This message that means a ton to me. Seriously, you have no idea. Thank you. I want this to be a place that is safe and welcoming for everyone, and I want us to be able to feel confident that we can grow together, and safe to do that. And that includes mistakes. It does. And it's gonna happen. And I've put my foot in my mouth so many times I can't even. But know that I value you, and I value this space to be able to hang out, and that it has had a positive impact on your life means so much to me. So thank you so much for that and sharing that. Oh, and Dash says, it's great to have you, Animate Barrel 06, and I love this community very dearly too. Oh my gosh. Oh man. And yes, I love wormholes. I mean the community as well. And Marcelio, welcome on in. It's so good to see you. Welcome. It's been a couple of streams. What's been new with you? What's been new with you? Let's choose some really nice letter, a stationery, really quickly. I'm going to send to a friend. We do have fun here. That's right, Dash. Which friend do I want to write to? Animate Barrel, of course. What? Oh, there we go. I don't know. I have to go through my list at some point. Sending to 99. Oh boy, we've got some good options. Oh dear, what do we choose? We've got our classics, the classics, as you know. Marcelia says work's been very busy and keeping me exhausted and stressed, but I'm well. Fair enough. Well, I hope that I hope it's been at least a good time. I mean, like you said, you're well. Being exhausted and stressed, not so great, but I mean, I'm not I'm not necessarily different myself at the moment. I get it. And Seth does have to get going. Seth, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. I always enjoy when you're able to get here. I didn't get the Rossetti model apparently, Animate Braille. Apparently I missed it. Dang it. Darn it. I guess I missed it. Dear Animate Braille. Wait, there we go. I want to, when I can, when I can, I like to adjust. Okay. And what do I use? I usually say animate. Animate. It's kind of what I usually say. And then it is my pleasure to share with you a dress of dot pattern. I hope, you'll, my goodness, I can't type. Enjoy it and wear it proudly on your island. Maybe when the weather turns warm. There we go. From Mana. And then let's attach that gift. Oh no! I don't have it here. Shoot. I missed it. Kaboomer, welcome on in. I just wrote this beautiful card. Can't send anything. Well. Dash says, oh noes. Enemy Braille says you're the best. Well, I gotta send something. There you go. Shucks. All right, that's fair. That's fair. You'll get some bells for that, right? We'll make this up. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Terrible. Hey, this has been a really cool stream. I haven't just kind of talked with villagers, islanders, etc., and just talked with you as much as I have in this stream in a while. I like it. I'm going to do more of this, when I'm able to. To let you know, of course, once A Link to the Past is it started, which will be next week, starting Tuesday, I'll be playing Zelda for that whole week or probably several weeks for that game now. After I beat that game, I'm thinking it'll probably be about 2 weeks to beat it. I'm thinking. After I beat that game, I will, and I'll double check on that, but I will take a break and we'll do again another Animal Crossing palette cleanse for a week or two. But I also want to say that for anyone who is wondering, when we get to the longer games, I'll probably take breaks about partway through. Like a good stopping spot, and we'll take a little break. And that's how I think I'm going to do it, just so that we're focused on the game several streams in a row, and then we come back, right? And then we focus on the game several streams in a row, then we take a break, and several streams, that kind of thing. Fenny Lady!
Thanks for joining the Friends of Mana.
What? No way! Pokemon 25th anniversary. Thank you for that follow.
We're detecting strange signals on the screen. It appears we've been hosted.
I did not expect that, but thank you so very much, and welcome on in. I take it you're very excited about the anniversary, 25th anniversary. I actually do have some Pokemon content that I want to share with you in the near future. May or may not include some McDonald's Pokemon cards, spoiler alert. But yeah, welcome. And Fenny Lady says, speaking about Animal Crossing, there we go. Kaboomer changed my mind. The Islanders are Minecraft villagers in costumes. Well, they do speak it, don't they? I don't think I can change your mind because I think I agree with you. Although there is the potential that maybe the entire island is actually Valheim. Who knows? Which, by the way, I might be getting a copy of that game. It's possible. I'm not sure. Don't know. But there's rumor about. I don't know if it's something I'll stream, but Bestie of Mana is very much wanting me to play it. You're loving the game a lot? All right. So, yeah. What do you think? Yeah, close, right? Fenny Lady. And I love it. I love it. The amount of cool things that we can get in our closet, I think, is just super cool. Let's also. I don't think I took it out of. I don't know. What do you love about the game, Marsilio? Oni would be interested if you did decide to stream it. Dash says. Well, then maybe we might have to sneak that in there. Memory Martin says, by the way, oh, that kind of schedule makes a lot of sense to me. Dash says, Memory Martin, mana check mailbox when you exit. Okay, will do. We're going to change as well. Do I collect TCGs? Well, Pokemon 25th anniversary, this is a really good question. I do, and I don't. You know what? Got to remember to change and then mail something. But we're going to do another pause for just chatting. And I'm actually going to change the stream here just to indicate that we are just chatting for a little bit because this is a great topic and I want to address it. So just chatting. Boom. There we go. So when I was younger, I was first exposed to TCGs or CCGs with two games. One was Decipher's Star Wars, and the other was the Lord of the Rings CCG called Middle Earth. Both of those are some pretty classic card games, really. But the CCG collectible card game, there's trading card game, collectible card game, sometimes also customizable card game, CCG. These are just the terms that I grew up with more. TCG is what Pokemon is commonly referred to as, and officially referred to as, a trading card game. But the customizable or collectible moniker is what Decipher, Star Wars, and Middle Earth CCG used. And so I just kind of always used that term, CCG. It's just more familiar, rolls off my tongue better. But those two games are notorious in the gaming community for being incredibly dense. They were early examples of the genre, and so there were a lot of rules. Decipher Star Wars evolved so much. There were so many different addendums to the rule book, so many different cards. It got very unwieldy very quickly. And Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth CCG is just a really brilliant game, but with a 75-page rule book. Okay, I remember the first time I played it with my friend. We were really big into the Lord of the Rings, and so we wanted to play this. And we had starter decks. And I remember we had a sleepover at my house, and we got a little card table out. And we spent the entire sleepover on one game. And we would do a move, roll a dice, look up rules. And it was amazing. And then for Decipher, actually, that same friend and I, we had played that one at his house on a sleepover. And it was kind of, I think we got through 2 games that time. But, it's just kind of funny. By the way, Marsilio says, I've been avoiding Valheim streams because I don't want to be spoiled about progress past my own. Don't worry, I'd be starting fresh. Marsilio says the exploration is satisfying, and so it is the means of progression, and building is pretty neat too. It kind of has a Minecraft vibe to me, and I also really love the look. The skybox is gorgeous. The draw distance is great. It looks really cool. Fenny Lady says, I want to create my own clothing, but I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. If anything, I was going to make some Ghibli-style clothes. I think that'd be cool. I say go for it. Another thing you could do is always just look up some little pixel art versions of Studio Ghibli characters and pop them in. I did some pixel art on some of the custom clothes myself, and it worked great. And the fact that death in the game has impact, you lose progress. I miss that about older games, Marcello says. So, Penny Lady says CCG and TCG are always confusing for me. Memory Martins, that's how I feel when I say I'm part of the GRSM community. I don't even... Tell me what that is. I forget. Marcelio says, I feel it's more like Don't Starve meets RuneScape. And Fenny says, you can always count on it, YouTube. Lol. There you go. Can always count on YouTube, excuse me. Is the H in Studio Ghibli silent? I never knew. I've heard some people say Studio Ghibli, Studio Ghibli, Studio Ghibli. I don't know. I don't think I've heard, but I really don't know. I think I've heard it Ghibli or Ghibli. And I think there's ambivalence from the actual studio. So as far as I know, I'm saying it appropriately. But yeah, to answer Pokemon 25th Anniversary's original question, I got into those games somewhat. I enjoyed them, but I didn't really collect them. And then I played in a tournament with a friend whose father actually was running the tournament. It was a Highlander card game, TCG or CCG. And he loaned me a deck, and I did pretty well. I beat him, actually, and I think that irritated him. It was a good deck. But then years later, my friend Hamabe Boy, who's here, a friend of Mana as well, and we've done some streams together, he actually really wanted to get into Magic the Gathering, and I had heretofore never played it, but I take that, I take that back. Before that, I was watching some kids, and as a sitter, and they actually they actually introduced me to both Magic and Pokemon, both those games, and the Mana, and the Magic, game. That was the first one. They were showing it to me, and I said, "Oh, I used to play some games like this." They were younger, and they basically were like, "Here, this, do this, here, this," and they played the game for me. So I just was watching essentially a game being played out. And then Pokemon, they showed me a little bit more, and I kind of got the feel for it, but I didn't really play beyond that, so I lost it immediately. But then years later, Hamabe Boy wanted me to get into Magic, and we actually did get into it. We created a little gaming group. We'd get together at a local card shop. Remember those days? And we would play every week. And I made an investment. I've actually since sold off most of my Magic collection with the intent to also sell off the rest pretty soon. I just don't play it anymore. I have one dual deck that I keep, and a couple of just like little promo starter packs that are fun just to do little quick one-off games because they're like half packs, sample cards, and so it's kind of fun. But yeah. But somewhere then later on, after kind of getting into that, I thought, this is fun. And I went back and I did pick up a bunch of the Middle Earth cards that I was missing. I'm trying to get at least one card of each, kind of collect the set, but I don't think I'll ever get there. But if I ever get opportunities to, I'll certainly buy more. That's a fun one, and the artwork is really cool, and I've got quite a few of the base sets and stuff. I actually eventually, at one point, had even purchased a booster box of the Dragons expansion, and I opened those, and so I've got a bunch of those. And then around that time, I discovered there's a Hercules and Xena card game, which is really cool. And it's actually really fun. It's by Wizards of the Coast, who makes Magic. It's sort of a simplified Magic system, the ARC system, if I remember correctly. And they designed it to be able to be used for various properties. They could basically insert X, Y, or Z, name any property, Back to the Future, Batman, whatever. They only did Hercules, Xena, and an original IP. With this system, and it was kind of a bust. But Ms. Mana and I have played it, and it's actually quite fun. It's rock, paper, scissors style. It's pretty quickly played. You can bust out a game in about 10, 15 minutes. And, the artwork on the cards, of course, is really cool. I'm a big fan of Xena and Hercules. So I have some of those still because I do like playing those. And so nowadays, that's kind of about it. I do have... I still have some of, I still have my Star Wars Decipher cards. I still have my Middle Earth cards. I still have the Xena and Hercules cards. Oh, I take that back. I did get into, what's the name of it? The Star Wars game that came out recently with the dice. Booster packs. It's a collectible card game, but it also had dice. And was it, not Infinity? Why can't I think of it? Anyway, whatever that was, it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. Destiny deck. There we go. You still have the Star Wars Destiny deck. Destiny's the name of it. I do still have that. Yeah, I don't have a ton, but I've got a couple of Star Wars Destiny decks. That's right. That's a really cool game, but we haven't played it in a while. But what I'm kind of more of a fan of are games that you don't have to sort of randomly collect for. And the big one for me was the Lord of the Rings living card game. I love the living card game systems coming from Fantasy Flight, and I really enjoy the Lord of the Rings game in particular. And then another cool thing is when you get deck building games. I'm kind of getting into that because it gives you a lot of the the fun of these various CCGs, that is cracking packs. One of my favorite things in Magic was just doing what do they call them? You get like 4 packs, and I think that's how you would work it, and you pass them around. A draft game, is that what it was? Can't think of the name of it. I think they were draft games. I loved doing those with my friends because we could just, crack some packs, and it was a little more level playing field. It wasn't pay to win. You didn't have to invest a bunch into it. In fact, we even had one evening where we all had chipped in a few bucks for a repacked booster box, which is not really the smartest thing, but it's cheap enough that we didn't get any good cards, but it was balanced enough, and we had fun doing it. So those kinds of deck building games where you just buy a box and then you're building the deck as you go, it appeals to me. And there's one called Star Realms that I highly recommend. And then there's another one I'm going to throw out there. So Star Realms is one. It's just a lot of fun. It's a sort of space deck building game where you have a fleet of ships and you're trying to collect the best ships for your fleet, and it happens really quickly, and that one's a good one. Then the other one is a game which I actually don't own, my brother-in-law does, but it's called Spuds and Goblins, and it's a little indie title out of this local comic shop, or small town comic shop, rather, and my brother-in-law picked it up, and it's got this original artwork, and the idea is that you're collecting potatoes, and then you have goblins, and the goblins are trying to collect as many potatoes as they can, and it's just kind of goofy, fun, silly stuff. And as you go through and you put out your goblins that have different effects, occasionally you'll trigger essentially what is a potato war, and you then initiate a game of war. If you ever played just like basic war with a deck of cards, put numbers down, whoever has the highest number wins. You're playing that with the potatoes you have. And so, however many potatoes a person has is changing all the time. It's kind of chaotic. Anyway, he picked that up at some point, and I might have to try and see if I can track down a copy. Spuds and Goblins is the name of that one. So anyway, Dash says I kind of fell off of card games at a young age when my Magic the Gathering cards got stolen while I was at school. Oh no. That would definitely sour me on it. To be honest, I was never really into it big time. I had a couple of decks for Star Wars. I had a couple of... Well, I actually still only have the beginner's box. I forget what it is. The intro box for Decipher Star Wars. That's all I have. My Bestia Mana has a whole big collection, but that's all I have. And then for Lord of the Rings, for the longest time, I only had a few starter packs or starter decks. Now I have a lot more, but yeah, no, I did not really get into card games for a while. Then I got into it when I was playing Magic with my friend. But then, Magic, it's not really, it was more because that's what we were playing. Kind of like, many games, video games too, where it's like, or MMOs or etc., where, hey, it's just what people were playing. And so that's why I played it. One that I always say, I really don't like the game at all is Team Fortress 2. I do not like that game. And yet I have quite a considerable amount of hours played. Not all of them are actually authentic. I actually left the game running a few times, unfortunately. And but if you look on Steam, like Team Fortress 2 is one of my most played games. It's not, but it's up there because of leaving it running. But I did play it significantly because I had family and friends who wanted to play it with me. Kind of same thing with Magic. Family and friends wanted to play, or friends in this case. I played. That's about it. But okay. So, Pokemon 25th Anniversary says, Pokemon is not a gamble or pay to win. I think that's what you were saying with that. And I think that's where that comes back to. But Memory Martin says, I fell off the Pokemon TCG in middle school when the cards got banned for gambling. So dumb. I do remember this was a thing. I'm pretty sure the reason that they were banned is because people were trading the cards and then getting upset because they didn't know the value of the cards. Sometimes they would trade a really valuable card. Parents were getting upset because their kids were then coming home crying. They realized that they, traded a card that maybe worth $50 for like one that was worth 10 cents, And so that was it. It wasn't as like gambling, but it wasn't good. And so I think that was the intent. I remember that. Dash says, real bummer, Memory Martin. My school did the same thing with Pogs, and I remember that, but it was clogging up hallways all over school. That was the reason. Yeah. For me, it was some of that, and then also some of the, again, trading Pogs. People were doing that, and they kind of considered it along the lines of gambling or whatnot. I think part of it was my own fault. I shouldn't have brought them to school, Dash says, but that was the only place I could play with friends, and after that experience, I was a lot more cautious about spending all my allowance on card games. Okay, so I gotta. Oh no, Marshall and Cookie got into a fight about fashion. Memory Martin says, "Let's." That was some good chat. I appreciate being able to talk about that. Let's go back to Animal Crossing. There we go. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. Hey, I got a Celebi Pokemon card for a rare Charizard. No real harm, but only traded it because I love Celebi. Still got that card today, but when I was in elementary. That's funny. You literally couldn't walk safely anywhere because kids would play Pogs in literally any open space. Hallways, tables, literally everywhere, Dash says. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Pogs were the thing. I'll check mail. Definitely do that. I've got a few things to do here. The stream is just so much darn fun. But anyways, yes, Pokemon Anniversary. Also, McDonald's Pokemon crossover has a problem 2 weeks ago. It did. And I didn't realize this. I actually had already picked up some of those cards. I actually do want to still make a video on this when I get an opportunity to. But you're right. It did have an issue. And apparently people were buying these up and then resellers. And resellers, this is just such a big thing. I don't... By the way, another aside, I happen to have like that identical jacket or like a hoodie that is like my camping hoodie because it's all fleece, but it's like that color and it's real big and it's got a big hood. I just can all but disappear in it. My grandma got it for me years and years ago, and I still wear it when I just need something comfortable, something comforting. And anyway, I don't have pants on right now, too. I should probably change that. There we go. Let's go with that. I actually kind of like that. We're going to go with that. I don't wear that often. Actually, I kind of like that whole vibe. Kind of do indeed. But I think... No. Let's do something fancier. Let's see if we can't... Let's get something like a full-on hat, shall we? Yeah, what about something like that? No, it's not quite what I'm looking for. Maybe the knitted cap was a good fit after all. Maybe the yellow. I think that actually looks nice. And then what sort of socks are we sporting right now? Let's find out. What are we wearing? I wish there was an easy way just to scroll to the top, but okay. Oh, yeah, can't even do that. Man has got no pants. Shh, Henry Martin. The TCG card packet came from Scalpers, also known as booster packs. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Jack says, how did all of my messages get missed? All 6 of them? Really? Oh, they did. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, Jack. How did I do that? I do apologize. You know what? I'll tell you what happens. And it's just an issue. I need to stop using this one particular chat bot for following chat. It's on a black background. It's the not light mode. It's the dark mode. And what happens a lot of times is you and Memory Martin have the same color names, and often I will scan and then I'll think that I read Memory Martin's comment, so I'm done, but it was you, and I apologize, Jack. I'm so sorry. The only card game I actually enjoyed when I was a kid was Duel Masters. That's one I have not heard of before. What is Duel Masters, Jack? I really would like to know. And then, so sorry, I see the messages about, hey, I sent a message. Hey, Hey, Mana. I'm so sorry. Kaboomer didn't have a restriction at school, but unless it was to deal with the internet or computers. The Pog phenomenon is very hilarious in retrospect, but I still hold them somewhat fondly in my heart. Indeed. Oh yeah, it's just, I'll tell you what it is. For me, it appealed to the collector in me. And it was something that, young kids could afford. They were dirt cheap or free. And it gave us a sense of ownership, and I liked that. Hey, listen, Benny Lady says. Do you know how much a booster pack is on eBay? Around $700. Are you kidding me? Any booster pack? Dang. Because I've got one unopened. I never noticed this if you're standing on the part between the beach and the first layer. When your face gets to the layer, your knee bends. Really? I didn't know. People today, golly, right? I gotta get that dress really quickly. Where is it? Okay. Somewhere here. I'm so distracted, but this has been really fun. Thank you so much, everybody. Really, thank you for such a good stream. Such a good stream. Where is it? I'm missing it. Oh, come on now. There. Must be in here, right? No? Where's the... There it is. Did I already pull it out? Gumdrop dress. Move to pockets. I guess I did. Gumdrop. Oh, I did. It's right there. Gumdrop. Okay, I've got both of them there. Man, I need to teach you how to read. Let's start with this. My name is... Hooked on phonics, worked for me.
Thanks so much for hosting.
Thank you so much. Marshall, what is up? How are you doing? Marshall! How are you doing, my friend? So good to see you. The McDonald's, I have a booster pack of the McDonald's Memory Martin unopened. I do indeed. Should I crack it on stream? I feel like I should. Hey, brother, Marshall says, I had no idea that they were going for that. Shoot, I literally gave the first booster pack to my daughter, and she's just running around having fun looking at the Pokemon cards. Okay, well, I'm gonna actually check the mail after I send my letter here. But yeah, what's up, Marshall? How are you doing? Kaboomer has a variety of card games, though there were things I received. Pokemon Magic the Gathering. They were things I received. Pokemon Magic the Gathering and World of Warcraft. And then I just want to see, did did you respond with telling me a little bit about what the game was? I don't see that comment yet, but I'd be really curious to know. I don't want to go here. And if anyone wants to get all of their Pokemon boxes all organized, that would be fun. Okay, maybe I should hop back on. Okay. Okay. Let's send that dress. I have a variety of games, Kaboomer had said. Oh, sorry. Duel Masters, Jack says, is another deck-building card game similar to Magic the Gathering. It has 5 elements: dark, light, nature, fire, water. Very similar to Magic. Cards have values in which must be met to be played, and for each card you discard in a mana pile. It adds to the total value you can use per turn. Each player starts with 7 cards in hand and 5 card shields. Game ends when a player destroys all 5 shields and then attacks the player directly. Okay. It sounds very Magic the Gathering-esque, but maybe I like that shield element. That's pretty cool, kind of built in there. That's neat. That's really neat. Cool. Marshall says, Dash Magnum, what up, bestie? My gosh. New haircut indeed. Mary Martin is laughing from the yelling of Marshall's name. Yeah, new haircut. I think it turned out pretty good. Got like the fade. I got looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think it works out pretty well. And my barber is a friend of Mana. How cool is that? I don't know if they're around, but yeah. Looking good, bud. Our hair is similar now. That's right. Yes, that is true. It is true. Okay, let's real quickly type up a message to our friend Animate Barrel. Since we already said sent one to Animate, let's do another one to Barrel. Shall we? That seems to make sense to me. All right. Somewhat like not attaching. Is that how you spell attaching? I gotta look this up now. I don't want to send a typo, and I'm for some reason just thinking, yeah, okay, perfect. It felt weird, as I was saying, not attaching a file to your email. I was not prepared to send your dress in the post with my last letter. Please accept this apology and your dress. Boom, from Mana. Okay. Sounds like Magic the Gathering with Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is one I've never played, Kaboomer. Although the store I used to play in actually had a cool little like mural that they had made in the bathroom with a bunch of old Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. So I don't know. Animate Barrel says, thank you again. Yes. Okay. Can you just plug in any USB keyboard into your Switch, or does it need to be a special keyboard? Well, pretty much. Like with an asterisk, you can plug any USB keyboard in. It can certainly be wired. The thing I like about this particular keyboard, which I use, is that it looks Animal Crossing themed. It's just kind of nice looking, and it works pretty well. And it's wireless because I just put the dongle, the wireless dongle in the dock. That's something to look out for. It's not Bluetooth, so you want to get the type of receiver that has its own connection to the keyboard. So that's what I looked for. If you're getting wireless, if you're getting wired, pretty much every keyboard I've plugged in does work. With, I think, a couple of odd issues on some keyboards where certain keys were mapped oddly. But anyway. Oh, look at this. Memory Martin sent me a letter. Dear Brian, you've loved, challenged, and inspired us to do so much. Thank you so much for everything you do and for having such an awesome community. I hope to emulate that positivity on my channel. Peace and love, Memory Martin. Wow. Memory Martin. Now you made me blush. Well, I'm going to unfavorite something so I can favorite that one. I got to keep that one. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. Wow. Attempt number 2 and attempt number 1, I'm assuming. I saw this and thought of you. I hope you don't have it. Animate Barrel. What? You shouldn't have. Let's see what we have here. Oops. I'm so bad at that. So bad at that. But Marshall, how are you doing? What is up? What's new? And Kaboomer says, since you can't attack the person directly until you destroy all monster cards up to 5 at a time, Kaboomer says, okay, yeah, I gotcha. I'm not familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! To really know. Ooh, Starry Garland. I like that. And a Rossetti model. Thank you so much. Animate says I'm such a brat. Kamumur says, remember Martin says, one day there'll be a Nintendo system that also uses Bluetooth, hopefully. And then Kamumur says, not without a Nintendo label on that. Right. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I kind of want to just, I'm going to... It's so cute. I have one of these in New Leaf, but now I have one here. Oh, it's going to block the entrance to the bathroom. Rossetti's preventing us from getting into the bathroom at the moment. That's okay. And then let's put up a starry garland, shall we? Ooh, that's so pretty. I like that. I kind of like it off-centered like that too. So we're going to leave those right there. Jack says, other cool things about the game is that you can find extremely rare cards that can destroy multiple shields in a single strike. The best cards being able to break 3 shields. For example, I have a card called the Billion Degree Dragon. That's cool. Which can break 3 shields. And any shield cards destroyed immediately get placed into your hand for further use. These shield cards are placed face down and are completely unknown. Oh, that's cool. James Blitz, welcome on in. I had a nasty Dragon Slayer Warriors deck on Yu-Gi-Oh! Nice. I see, like, we've got... We're talking about all the things right now. James, good to see you, my friend. What is up? Yeah, we've been talking a lot about all kinds of things today. In fact, we've been running the gamut. You got to go back to the VOD for this, but we even did a little ASMR. but I'll give a little slight spoiler here. It involved a really cool piece of technology that I just had to show off. This is an old television remote for an old television I actually have. And look at this beastly thing. It's got a metal grill. I mean, and the buttons for the remote are all mechanical. I mean, this is a beast. This is a beast right here. Spookly, look, the remote's saying hello to Spookly. Spookly, hello. I miss the Imagination card game. What is Imagination? I'm not familiar with that. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Sometimes a shield card will have a symbol on it that allows the card to immediately be used once, taken from shields to your hand. Wait, to be immediately used once, taken from shields to your hand. Oh, that's cool. Buster Blader with Sword of Dragon, Soul, plus the Fusion Dark Paladin. These are all... I don't know what you're talking about. Did I miss Memory's message? Animate Braille says, yes, I did. So the first part was that I wrote... first part was what I wrote for my dad yesterday in both the card and video description. And you'll also notice I said peace and love instead of lots of love this time. That's because my dad and I say it to each other every morning. That's so cool. Aw, Memory Martin, that's huge. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mana, scroll up. Okay, I think I got it. Fenny Lady says, looks like something out of a Star Trek show. It does! You're right! It's the, was it the, beam me up, Scotty. Right? I've gone to the planet, and there are strange animals everywhere. It seems like a cold ice has come on in. All I can do now is hope to find the mayor or leader of this community and attempt to create some habitat. It's possible that this small raccoon I have run into might be the leader. As it turns out, I have become an indentured servant to the raccoon, who goes by the name of Nook. Nook says I owe him bells, the currency used in this world. If you can get this transmission, please send help immediately, for I am stuck, seemingly forever, on this planet, Isla Mana. Oh, man. What? Jack says, fun fact, Beam Me Up Scotty was never actually said in the series Star Trek. Oh, really? I did not know that, actually. Beam me up, Jack walks. Pew, pew. Whatever. This again. Oops. Darn it. I just bonked my my mic. But this is the joystick, the arcade stick here. Let's do this. Dang it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a mayor. I love it. This is what I played on 8-Bit Dad 7DC stream, Seth's stream, when we were playing the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle. This is, I like arcade sticks a lot. I really do. And so that's it. Okay, this is something interesting. Now, I wasn't sure where this was going. Memory Martin says, when did Dr. Spencer Reed get here? So, okay, man, we weren't going to go there. I'm going to stop you right there. Jack. Oh, that's funny. Wow, what's that ancient item Fenny Lady said, by the way? Imagination was a small monster summoning game that involved using the life points of the summoner to bring animals to life. I did not know that. That's hilarious. It's like Animal Crossing a little bit. Maybe. Scotty, my name is Ralph, Marshall says. Let's just say I had Y Monster upwards to over 10,000 attack, James says. Oh my gosh, you guys. So funny. More ancient time items, right? And thanks for the shout out for Seth, by the way, Memory Martin. That's great. For those who don't know, Dr. Spencer Reed is one of the main characters from Criminal Minds. He's an adorable nerd who knows anything, and I mean everything. That's cool. That's cool. Everything, and I mean everything, by the way. I can't read your comments tonight. I guess I've talked so much. I'm losing it. In the beginning of one of the episodes, Reed makes that quote, fun fact, the quote, beam me up, Scotty, was never actually said in the series Star Trek while doing a trivia game. Well, there we go. Anything else I can show off? Weird, random things? I don't know. You see, the amiibo have returned over here. You see my Isabel amiibo right there, yeah. Doctor Who? Jack says, the doctor. Morgan was my man, Fenny Lady says. By the way, Fenny Lady, it's so nice to have you here. Always a pleasure. Okay, I'll show this one more time. Toothbrush. I know. One more thing. This is my Tamagotchi. It is a Pac-Man Tamagotchi. Sadly, the battery died. My Tamagotchi had gone up to space or whatever, but then there we go. All right, I muted myself. What? No, I didn't. You can't hear me? What? I'm so confused. That's so weird. Memory can hear. Okay. I was very confused. Total Sketch says, I love Spencer Reed and that show. Oh my gosh. Criminal Minds, wow, that takes me back, Finny Letty says. And Matthew Gray Goobler is great. I love him. Same. I need to get back to SWAT. I hear him play. I hear he's playing Cyborg. What? Voice? Muted myself? I'm so... No, he didn't. I don't know what's going on. Indeed, it's good to have some streams to watch. It's helping me cope. There we go. I read it, and I'm like, that doesn't... Is that right? There we go. Okay. People can hear me. I don't know. He didn't. I can't hear. What? Oh, so weird. People can hear. Try... I'll try refreshing the stream. Yeah, beat me to it. Look at that. That's funny. That is funny. That's just what I was there. Cope. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, weird. Okay. Very weird. Is it okay my spelling? It's okay my spelling's off, anyway. Said no worries. Just made me laugh. I've certainly done that Many a time. Many a time. Okay, let's go back to the game. And I do want to see if we can find another. Oh, well, there's none. Look, and there's a shirt, by the way, that I happened to design. I think it was it Animate Barrel? Who was actually talking to me about doing some pixel art? I'm really sorry. I kind of forgot. But anyway, yeah, I put the little unicorn there. I'm not going to lie. What I did, I just was Googling some images, and I'm like, I like that. I'm going to use that. So there you go. Anyways, yes, Kaboomer says Twitch randomly decided to mute you. You make sure that you don't have the top tab muted either, Spookly says. There we go. All right. Okay. So anyway, look who's here. How have you been? Non says. I feel like there was something I've been meaning to tell you. Kid, what was it? Oh well, it's gone. Need something? Kid? I want to chat. I heard that CJ is here on the island. Really? Where? He's so great. I just wish I was good at fishing so I could bring him lots and lots of fish. That reminds me, we were going to do some ocean fishing to try and find a little itty bitty thingamabob, whatever they're called. Also, I want to make sure that I have gone to the ADB today, so I'm going to go do that. Kaboomer says, I just saw that the stream was muted on the bottom. Thought I didn't press to mute, also using the app. No worries, Kaboomer. I'm glad it's working. It happens. It happens. I've certainly done that myself. Sea butterfly, thank you. That's what I was looking for. And there we go. I'm glad I went because there we go, my daily bonus. I would have not gotten it had I missed out on doing that, which would have been a very annoying thing. Sea butterfly, got to do that. Not a fan of CJ, Memory Martin says. Not going to lie. Well, you're entitled to whatever incorrect opinion you want to have. Just kidding. I don't know. Everybody has different interests and things, and I won't say that CJ is a personal favorite of mine. I think, though, I do appreciate some of the goofy streamer humor, even though maybe it's a little too cliche and whatnot. But look at the beautiful Aurora Borealis there, and it matches the mana colors. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How gorgeous is that? Wow. We got to make that full screen so you can see this in all its amazing looking glory. Those are, as a matter of fact, essentially mana colors, aren't they? That's what we're dealing with. I think I fell asleep fishing once to Pokemon and Animal Crossing fishing. Oh, I love fishing in games. Wonder if we'll get our fishing friend to come in. Don't get me wrong, his design's cute, Memory Martin says, but I don't like having to catch 3 of the same size fish. I gotcha. I thought you meant just personality-wise. Hey, Keaton, let's chat. Buongiorno, Brian. I've been brushing up on my Spanish since we last met up. Keep at it. Looking for a rap session with old Keaton, eh? Let's talk. Look, Brian, up at the sky, have you ever seen such beautiful curtain of light, the way it moves gracefully like a dancer? February 24th, 2021. I'll never forget this day. The day I realized the sky is a better dancer than me. That's actually kind of deep. Total Sketch says, wow, why is there an aurora in the sky? My doggy's named Aurora. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh, Total Sketch. Total Sketch, I'm so glad we met, by the way. Keaton, that's Italian. And as an Italian, I'm hurt. Oh, let's get some Nick Miles real quick. We've talked to some Islanders. Sweet. And Aurora is adorable, Memory Martin says. Oh my gosh. Yeah, have your streams been going, by the way? Isn't that a poem more than a rap, Finny Lady says? Indeed, I think you may be correct. That's going to be a big fish, so we're going to pass on that one. We're looking for little fish. It looks like we're actually ready to fish today. Yeah, see, this is too big. Too big. Oh, my gosh, yeah. Oh, man, Keaton's into the Aurora Borealis. Okay, thanks, Martin. She's a troublemaker, Total Sketch says. I'm so glad Memory Martin's able to hang out with the friends of Mana that I wish I had more time to hang out with. There we go. Come on, sea thing. Didn't get it. It's a horse mackerel. Of course, mackerel. I think you may need to go diving for the sea butterflies. Oh, really? 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 It's by fishing, Memory Martin says. Okay. All right. Dash, you almost had me faked out there. I wasn't sure. I really didn't know either. But I think I remember them by fishing, so. Memory Martin's suggesting that as well, so. I'm feeling a little more confident, but who knows? Oops, my mistake. Never mind. No, it's all good, Dash. It's all gush. It's all gush? It's all gush. The stream may have to end somewhat soon, as I'm saying words like goosh now. It's never a good sign. It's never a goosh sign, either. I'm all goosh, Dash says. You're right. You are all goosh. We're goosh, right? We're goosh. Soup's goosh. Uh-oh. Who's thinking up here? Oh, Marina. Brian, how long have you been here? I guess I was sort of spaced out. I've been daydreaming lately about starting a new life on another island. It's not that I'm unhappy here or anything. I think I just want to try something new. I think if I want to keep growing as an octopus, I need to explore new places and make new friends. But Marina, I want you to stay. It is true that there are things I've yet to do on this island. Since you don't want me to leave, I think maybe I'll stick around here after all. Blurp. Good, good. Goosh, goosh. Goosh, goosh. Ish, goosh. Ish, all goosh. Ish, all goosh. Dash, ish, all goosh. My goosh. It's a goosh time to sleep, Spookly says. Marina's too cute to let go. I agree. Marina's, I think she was the second islander that I met, or from an island, from an island tour, and she was on a bamboo island, first bamboo island too. And she's just cool. I like her design, her character, her demeanor, all that good stuff. We're gonna definitely encourage her to stay as long as she can. Joke's on you. This is a prison island. You can't leave, Kaboomer says. It's lost, or louche, if you're using the parlance of the local island residents. Animate Barrel, by the way, thank you ever so much for all those DIY cards. There were quite a few I did not actually have. That was super cool. I did a DIY, I got the stuff wrong, so I made this on accident. Man, I tell you, I'm all accidents today. I put this recipe in the bottle so someone else could make it too. Be careful when you DI. That's a joke. When YDI. That's funny. The DIY Aussie who DIH. Who DIH. I don't get. Wait. Dragilia lost, Fenny Lady says. I like it. I really like it. Mana, read my last comment. Goosh, goosh. Oh, no. And now we've turned Mana into the Swedish chef. Goosh, goosh. Goosh, goosh. Work, work, work. Nice. Goosh, goosh. That's funny. Now, what does this mean? Okay. So be careful when you do it. Okay. So I did a do-it-yourself and got the wrong stuff. So I made this on accident. I put the recipe in the bottle so someone else could make it too. Be careful when you do it. That's a joke. The do-it-yourself Aussie who did it himself. There we go. Took me a moment. Bone door plate. I know it. Oh well. Did it himself. There we go. Dragilia lost. Okay. All right. Let's keep looking for a small fry. Oh, and let's do this. Cool, we got it there. Yeah, it took me a moment, right? That one was a little weird. I was like, I don't know what to do. Okay, we're going to put that away. Take out 10. Ah! You know what? Whatever. We're going to bury in hole 12. Who knows? We might get lucky. I'll watch that one. Oy vey, your attention span, man. Memory Martin. It's hard to multitask. It is, though. It's actually really hard to multitask. It's not natural. In fact, if you're ever criticized for not being able to multitask, it is perfectly valid to say nobody can multitask. That is scientifically proven to be not a thing humans are capable of. Some people may be able to divide their attention partially enough to be able to do some things adequately well, but no, multitasking is not a thing. I'm not suggesting in any sense that you aren't better at tracking a conversation, Memory Martin. Just saying, multitasking as a thing is not really a thing. Ooh, I think this might actually be the sea. What is it called? Sea butterfly. There we go. Come on. Do good and be well. See you next time. Dang it! Memory Martin says, when I went to a tech camp as a kid, I could play a DS, play on DSs and my laptop simultaneously. Oh my gosh, that's not a sea butterfly, right, Memory Martin? No, that was not. Lissai. On 5 DSs? No, wait, what? What? Wow. Me as well, Fenny Lady says. Oh my gosh. On 5 DSs, that's amazing. Oh, hi Keaton. Oh, no. She's gonna get a picture. Whatever. Whatever, Keaton, it's fine. I don't want a picture anyway. Look, hooked stone, getting stone. Wait, what? I don't. Hooked stone. Did I get stoned? I don't think I got stoned. I don't think so. No, wait, Memory Martin says 3. Okay, 3. Still, that's amazing. It's amazing. No. Where? Okay, is this maybe a sea butterfly? Too close. Let's try this again. Let's see. Let's try it. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Why? You're right there. Turn to the right. Just look a little to the right. Oh, come on now. Let's try this again. Maybe like that. There we go. Fitty Lady's half asleep. There we go. I think it's better to make some bait and throw it in at the pier. I caught a freshwater goby. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll do that. That's not a bad idea. Oh. You know what? I'm just going to try and catch a big fish. Or not. That's where I got mine the other day, Memory Martin says. All right. There we go. It sounded better in my head than in words, Fanny said. Whoa! I got a swordfish! Yes! That's a new one! I got a blue marlin. Listen to this fish. It's got a point. Oh my gosh! I'm so happy. Glad I went for that fish. It's a new one for me. Sweet! Very nice. All right. I want to get a used Phoenix Wright quote, or I want to use a Phoenix Wright quote. Please feel free, Kaboomer. Now you're ready for your duel. On guard, Dash says. Oh, I love the fact that in Donkey Kong Country, the blue marlin swordfish that is your companion is named On Guard. In fact, let's take a brief pause. I'm going to just reach over here. I've rearranged my bookcase, by the way. It's pretty exciting. But I've rearranged it in such a way where I actually now have my player's guides all here, and I have them set by, era, essentially by the game generation, the console generation. But I happen to have the Donkey Kong Country one right here. Let me get that. And then I just want to show this to you because it's a neat one. I really, really seriously do. I do like this player's guide. So this is the Donkey Kong Country Player's Guide. I used this to 100% the game when I was a kiddo. I mean, oh my gosh, it's like pages are falling out here. The Donkey Kong family. That's some 90s era page layout right there. My gosh, this is too funny. Too funny. There we go. So there we are. On guard. And it says, on guard. For reasons that are obvious, on guard only shows up in the underwater stages. Oh, yeah, it's obvious. Okay. He's a fish. A swordfish, to be exact. When you're riding on his back, you can press the B button to make him swish his tail and jet forward, thereby impaling any enemy creature with his sword-like bill. Josh says, lol, I think a friend of mine had that guide back in the day. Nice! Very nice. Okay, now you're ready for your duel, exactly. Mana, someone's got a thought bubble south of you. Looks like you're thinking. Keaton, oh, vitamin B! Sorry, let me back up. I just heard someone else call you vitamin B. I was kind of into it. It made you two seem like really good friends, and I was actually a little jealous. So what would you think if I started calling you that? Go right ahead. All right, vitamin B, I'll be sure to call you vitamin B. I like it. I like it. All right. Honestly, each time I look at this game, it reminds me of an old DS game called My Sims Kingdom. I know exactly what you're talking about. That was a kind of a popular game, oddly enough. I'm not sure if I have it or not. Oh, there's CJ, by the way. I guess we'll grab a couple of things here. I really would like to get that sea butterfly, but it's very possible I won't be able to. I cannot believe I just realized it is almost 10 o'clock. Wow. I guess that nap really kind of did it for me because now I'm wide awake. I should not be, but I don't know. I feel like going a little bit longer just to see if I can't find that sea butterfly, but oh, let's swap it with I guess we'll just bury it back in there. Oops. Okay. So let's go back to my, well, perhaps we won't continue on because I also do want to make sure that and I don't have work tomorrow unless I get called in the morning. But I do want to make sure that I'm not messing up my sleep schedule too much, and I know a lot of you need to get going as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give our Marlin to my dear friend Blathers. We'll chat really quickly, and then I think we'll just wrap things up. I'll try and find that butterfly, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Always welcome to suggest, Memory Martin. Memory Martin asks if they can suggest a raid. I won't necessarily raid that person, but yeah, suggest a way. I'm always interested and curious. I'm not sure if I'll be raiding tonight. We'll see. Probably will though. Let's assess some fossils first. There we go. And Jack says, we understand, Shirley. Aw, thank you. Who's Shirley? What do we understand? Honestly, I have so needed a stream like this, and I appreciate all of you hanging out with me. This has been so much fun. Can we ever thought of a pickup line? Are you vitamin B? Because I am in need of you. Hey. Are you vitamin B? Because I'm in need of you. I hate that I thought of that. Kummer says, "Whoa, this is taking me back. There was a stream a long, long time ago where we did bad pickup lines. Hey, hey, you vitamin B? Because I might need you. Yeah." Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Might I help you with anything else? Yes, Blathers, I would like to make a donation, please. I have this gorgeous blue marlin here that I would like to donate to the museum. some genuine reactions I can tell right there. Face palms. Whoo-hoo, why this is a blue marlin, Blathers says. Now, might I interest you in a few fascinating facts about your blue marlin? Yes, indeed. Please tell me. Wonderful. I would love nothing more. The blue marlin has a distinctive angular shape and no scales. I actually did not know that. It is an unusual relative of the tuna. These mighty fish can exceed 13 feet from bill to tail. Some accounts even have it fighting with whales. No wonder it's a popular target for sport fishing. Unlike most fish, it seems like a worthy opponent. And there you have it. Wow, way to cast some shade to to all of the other fish there, Blathers. Just saying. Kamoomer says, "I know everyone's going to hate me for for a few with that sentence." Oh no, not at all. Oh, I appreciate you sharing that. It was funny. Oh yeah, your friend Jackie. There we go. Or Jack Attack. There we go. Is streaming New Horizons. She's family friendly. You've wanted me to stream her for a while. I think we might have to do that then. We might just have to do that. That would be good. Okay. Let me. Well, and also, I really would like to encourage anyone who is new, and if you've enjoyed the stream, please do consider following. I'll be streaming again on Saturday night, where we'll be busting out Super Mario Brothers 35, which is a game that is sadly going away in March, but it's a game that I've had a ton of fun with, and I've actually gotten to over level 100. It's just a good one. And I'm looking forward to being able to play that with all of you. And we're going to see how many times we can win. There's also a really cool special event going on where we're attempting to take out as many Goombas as we can. There's a global challenge to knock out as many Goombas as possible. And I forget what the goal is, but it's there. It's a big one. It's a hefty one. But apparently we were trying to take out 3.5 million Bowsers or something to that effect. We knocked out about 5 million. So they upped it considerably for the Goombas. We'll see how far we can go. I'm excited and looking forward to that. So that's going to be on Saturday at 7 p.m. Next week, I will be streaming some The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And in case you're unfamiliar with what we're doing right now, Memory Martin, if you wouldn't mind using the !Zelda command, that would be fantastic. Fair warning, you're going to hear desk noises from the mic when she bangs into it. Okay, fair enough, Memory Martin. She takes her streams and edits them down for her YouTube. Oh, fun. Cool. There we go.
A raid has just been initiated. All high-rank personnel, please report to the front desk to start the welcoming transmission.
Wow!
Thank you for joining the Friends of Mana.
Thank you very, very much. Oh, welcome on in, Raiders. It's so good to have you all here. Mad Spike, my friend. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. You were playing some Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion? Neato. Hey, I need to pick your brain. What do you think about Valheim? I may end up getting a copy here pretty soon. It seems like a game that you'd enjoy anyways. But everybody, we've got this awesome family-friendly streamer, Mad Spike. If you don't know, man, I absolutely love this guy. This is really a fun streamer to hang out with, and very clever, creative, and good singer, if you didn't know. But Mad Spike and I are also connected through Family Friendly Live, and we actually knew each other prior to Family Friendly Live, which was kind of cool, and it was kind of serendipitous that we realized that we both have some similar goals here. Mad Spike, definitely someone to check out, and thank you so much here. I do not have a command like that, Memory Martin. I perhaps should, but you can go into the description down below and find out more. Anyways, Matt Spike, how was the stream? And thank you so much, Cheppy, for following. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you so much, Landon Bike's Twitch for following. Excuse me, Cheppy has followed. I know Cheppy's been around quite a few times, so it's so good to see you all. We've been doing a lot of fun things today. In fact, I'll show you really quickly this neat remote control for an old TV that I have now, and this thing is so cool. It's got a metal grill up here. The TV that it goes with is so cool and retro. And listen to these buttons. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, I've got this TV. It's eventually going to work its way into the background of my set. And that sound, right? So I was showing this to folks. This is actually an old television my grandpa had. My parents had just hidden in the garage storage. And they were going to Goodwill it. And I was like, I want it. Fenny Lady's heading to bed. Good night, Fenny Lady. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is just the remote. Imagine what the TV looks like. The TV actually, even instead of having an LED display or LCD or anything like that, it actually just has a really cool flipping card, like the old clocks, that with the flipping card. That's how it displays the channel. It's amazing. Yeah, repurpose that bad boy. Oh man, yeah, this TV is getting some life. Oh yeah. We started this stream oddly enough too, talking about toothbrushes, and this toothbrush, which actually ended up getting run over by a car in its box when I ordered it. This is my new electric toothbrush. Not sponsored, but kind of a random thing, but it's a fun story. If you want to go back and check out the opening of the stream, there's a fun little story involved in that. We also talked about sleepwalking. We've talked about customizable card games. We've talked about so many things. Matt, you have a fairy wheel as well? Mad Spike! Fairy wheel, right there. Huh! Look at that. That is too cool. Yeah, I am impressed, and it survived getting run over. So, there you go. Memory Martin, yeah, sure, you can go ahead and remind me to update the sign up. For everyone who's new, my name is Mana. I am an E for Everyone variety streamer. I focus on Nintendo, which is my favorite franchise for video games. I just love Nintendo games. And obviously, we're playing Animal Crossing. I love this game. And also retro on original hardware. I'm actually currently playing through the entire Legend of Zelda series, all original hardware, all original games, thanks to another family-friendly live member, JJDB210. I have a couple of new games, including, new to me, I should say, including this one, which I'm really excited about. We're playing through in order. We've beaten the first two games. Next week, we'll be starting on Tuesday with A Link to the Past. What I'm planning on doing is I'll be playing a game for an amount of time, hopefully to beating it. If it's a longer game, maybe we'll take a little intermission halfway through and then take a week or two and focus on something like Animal Crossing or another game or two. And then I also love indie games. I've played quite a few of them. Some of my favorites that I've streamed are Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, Owlboy, Celeste, A Short Hike, and The Last Campfire. These are great games with great messages. I love to unpack them and go deep. And I look at all of the games we play as the campfire that we focus on as we get to know one another in a deeper and more intentional way. And that right there is what really makes me come back to streaming. And tonight, we've taken so many opportunities just to chat with people. It's been really fun. Dash says, not sponsored, but it could be. Very well, this is your chance. Nice. And then we've got a shout out for JJDB. Thank you so much. Matt Spike says, gonna get some more sleep tonight, sir. I really hope you've been well, and I hope you have a great rest of your stream. Thank you so much for that raid. Man, I wish I could have a plan like you. Matt Spike, no. Dude, you do you. That's what it comes down to. Whenever, and look at JJDB210 before I even came. Got him a little shout out there. JJ, thank you so much. And thank you. This came in the mail. Thanks to you. Super excited about that. Matt Spike, I'm going to do what Mana's doing with Zelda, but for Pokemon. Nice. And then also, I'm still waiting on Four Swords Adventures, but but JJDB, I ended up. I gotta give a little context for everyone. So JJDB, oh my gosh, a fellow family-friendly live streamer, fellow streamer. Shout outs. Super cool guy. Plays with his kids on the screen. It's really a lot of fun. They're just kind of hanging out, doing their game, and he's doing his game, and they're chatting and interacting, and it's super fun. Anyways, JJDB reaches out to me, and he has never requested any shout-outs or any recognition of this, but I want to give it to him because he's just a cool guy. He says, Mana, I know you want to play this Zelda playthrough all on original hardware. I want to help you out. And so he sends me some money to get a couple of the Zelda games I'm missing. And anyways, turns out that unfortunately I have to turn to eBay because we were going. First, it was like, okay, we find it, but then it was reproductions. I wanted to get the real deal and not mess around with reproductions, which can be glitchy, and it's obviously also not authentic and not legal or potentially issues there, all kinds of things. So then he says, all right, well, here, he ups his original pledge there so that I can get them from GameStop. Well, GameStop doesn't ship them to my area. Fine, okay. Or to any area that I could get, or fine. So then I turned to eBay. Well, right now I think everybody, because of quarantine, is turning to eBay. And so I'm missing out on, things like the conventions I used to be able to go to. But anyway, I end up finding a really good copy on eBay of that and Four Swords Adventures, and I got those. And then JJDB, I just want to say, I want to be really clear here. I went ahead and got a couple additional games. Now, this was out of some money that I had gotten from streaming it from a payout for the month, and I talked to Ms. Man and said, I'm gonna put a little bit more, because I'd been doing the research on eBay, and I found these other copies, and this is one of them. I didn't have it. This is a lot cheaper than what Minish Cap is going for these days. This is the Link to the Past Four Swords game there. And then I also picked up the Ocarina of Time Master Quest disc. And that way I can play the Master Quest, which I heretofore have never played. And I'm not planning on playing the Master Quests or secondary quests in the Zelda franchise this playthrough, like first run. But I'm thinking I'll go back to them and play them. So I certainly will be playing them. And now is just kind of the time, because I've always said this. There's certain games I'm like, oh, it's going to go down in price. Well, they never go down in price. This happened to Batman and Robin, The Adventures of Batman and Robin. I had a chance to buy it for $16. Thought that was too much. Ended up, it was up for like $75, $95, $120. I think I ended up getting it at a convention for a good price. I think it was around $60 or so, but still, holy mackerel. And same with Minish Cap. And getting a non-reproduction is so difficult these days. So, I figured, hey, I'm going to get these games now while I can and just not deal with the down the line kind of thing. So, yeah, so I actually have now, the only game I'm kind of missing now from a collector's perspective is the GameCube version of Twilight Princess. And I'm not super in a hurry to get that one, because that one, I have the HD version on Wii U, and it's the same game, just with a higher resolution. So, there are games where I want the different versions. I don't need any of the copies of games. I mean, if I ever get them, great, but I don't need, different cart versions or different ROM versions. I don't need the ports that are really, not adding anything. They're just making concessions for the hardware, like the GBA ports, the classics versions of Zelda 1 and 2. That's okay if I don't get those. If I don't get Twilight Princess for GameCube, that one I would like a little more than the other ones, but if I don't get it, I'm not going to be too upset. So I couldn't have... What is it? Turns out both games were... Oh, hold on a second. So I realized something funny after we talked. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I knew I had both in my collection. I couldn't find them when we were talking about it. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't find them, JJDB210 says. Turns out both games were games I got for free from Nintendo as part of one of their 3DS promos on the virtual store. So I could have sent those to you if I wanted to. Oh, that is too funny. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. You'll not believe how much Earthbound goes for. Last I checked, it was, I think, $500. There are quite a few games like that. The other one is Evo, Search for Eden, and that one goes for 500 and up as well. Loose Cart, by the way. Complete copy complete in box for Earthbound with the player's guide, I think, goes for more. It's upwards of 1,000, I think. But JJDB, thank you so much. So basically, long story short, I now have everything for Zelda and for this playthrough. I have everything I need thanks to JJDB210. And probably, in all fairness, the game I am most excited to own, most excited to have in the collection, as well as to be able to play for you, is this one. I'm so happy. And I tweeted about this. You can go check on my Twitter, but I posted pictures of me taking this, opening this up to verify that it is authentic. And it is. And it's just in great shape. Really nice. Good smell. Silly, I know, but I do smell my video games. This still almost smells new. Okay. I don't like any games that have any sort of smoke smell or anything. They handle the saves just fine. I popped it into my Game Boy Advance here. Played it there. What will I be playing it on? Great question. So I'm playing everything on original hardware. But obviously we're talking about handhelds here. So I have some different options. For Game Boy Advance, though, I have fewer. The best way, one second. 1 second really quickly. I just have to grab my my lunch box here. There we go. Oh, it's a little dusty lunchbox. There we go. This is what I'll be playing it on. This is my GameCube with the Game Boy player on the bottom. And that's what I'm using. So this is what I'll be using. And I've got the boot up disc and everything. So I have for a while now been, thinking about some of these other alternatives to consoleize the portable systems, because I actually have in the past, even my 3DS before I had a capture card for it, I've just set up a camera that just goes down and then I crop it and then I get the screen quality look good enough, right? It turns out that there's another funny thing, which is I've streamed Virtual Boy by stuffing a camera right inside the goggles. It works. But I have looked at these really neat Game Boy Advance consolizer kits. Now, unfortunately, all of the Game Boy consoles now, the Game Boy Advance consoles, I should say, it's a Game Boy Advance consolizer. I think I said just Game Boy. The Game Boy Advance consoles are starting to get picked up for these consolizers. I really am a little bummed about that because they're going up in price. I mean, even Game Boy Colors are going up in price. I got a great version of one in a box for like $10 with a game that I had wanted, and it was like the console was just an extra back in the day, and you couldn't give them away. Same with the GameCubes for a while. Now they're going up, but I hope that I can eventually get some more Game Boy Advances because I only have one, and I'd like to be able to play some of these games that like Four Swords Adventures properly with 4 players. Now, for my playthrough, I'm going to be playing the single-player campaign. I would love to eventually be able to get some Game Boy Advance. If you give a mouse a cookie, right? I'd love to get 3 Game Boy Advances or find friends who have their own Game Boy Advances who will come over and we can stream that. That would be really cool. I gotta get the consoles and the friends to be able to do this. And we got to get out of COVID to do it. But obviously, because of COVID and logistics, I'll be doing the single-player campaign for that. Oh no, Jenna! Somebody spoiled some items in Animal Crossing. I don't want to know anything about it, and I'm so sorry that you were spoiled on that. That's a big bummer. But don't let it dissuade you from playing Animal Crossing. Yeah, I know that's it's no fun. I hate when that happens, but I can be certainly sensitive to spoilers as well, and I get where you're coming from, but I hope you'll stick with it. Jenna has all their old handhelds as well. Nice. But it's pricey to consoleize a GBA. You're right, JJDB. So I don't know. The thing for me is that I've got the Game Boy Advance player. It works great. I can play all of the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance on there. I can also play it on Game Boy on the Game Boy Color. Game Boy Color. Super Game Boy. That's what I was trying to say. The Super Game Boy I have for Super Nintendo. Although there are some weird refresh rate issues with that particular device. But then the Virtual Boy, I have to stuff a camera in there. I've been looking at this really cool mod. I have two Virtual Boys that I picked up one, and one of them, the spinning piece, I picked up the first one. The spinning piece went out, so I eventually picked up another one, but I kept that for like parts. But I'm like, well, I have the second one. Might as well do that mod. You did that mod 2 weeks ago on stream? No way, JGDB. I gotta go look in that VOD. How did it go? What would you say? Would you recommend it? I'd love to do that mod. Especially since I have the one that's broken or not working. So I'd love to do that. I have the capture card for the 3DS, so that's good. So I can play all of the Nintendo handheld systems, not counting, obviously, Game & Watch, with good quality. You made a poor decision on output format? Oh, no. What do you mean? Translucent purple Game O color speaker is dead, but other than that, it's in great condition, Jenna says. Nice. I love that. You went RGB. Oh. Would you have done the VGA? You did VGA, but there's another out, which is S video. Is that what it is? I can't remember now. Yeah. Especially for getting it only 3/4 of a year old. Oh my gosh, Jenna, that's awesome. Composite's the other. Okay, there you go. Yeah. I was thinking. I don't know. I was not sure. I haven't thought about it too much, but I wasn't sure what I would want to do either. Because it does make sense to have the better quality. Oh, but it's not set up to capture weirder RGB formats. Yeah. So now you can't capture it. So you got it to capture, but you can't fair enough. Okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I guess I'd go with composite then. Is it composite or component, though? Just can't get to stream it yet. You were 3 or 4 years old when you got it brand new. Gotcha. I thought you said 3/4, because it was 3/4, but that makes sense now. Okay. Oh, thank you, JJDB. I'm going to have to pull that up. Let me actually click on that link really quickly and doop. And then pause that. Boom. We've got the VOD, everybody. Everybody check that out. That's going to be a fun one. Ooh, 100% CPU usage because I just opened a Twitch video. There we go. Now we're going down. Woo. Mana, may I please post one link? Please. What's it for? Okay. Wow. Well, we have certainly we've certainly gone all around just so many topics today. This has been such a fun stream. But I think it's a drawing of your sister and niece. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, nice. Let's take a look at this. Oh, that's such a good drawing there, Jenna. Oh, that's lovely. That's really lovely. Oh, thanks for sharing that, Jenna. Thank you so much. Don't forget we're rating Jack Attack, man. Memory Martin won't let me forget. Okay. You're loyal to your friends. Okay. You messed up on the baby's hair? Oh, that's okay. Total Sketch is laughing. Memory Martin is like, no, this is what we're going to do. Mana. Okay. Bet I won't forget my name's not Memory. Fair point. Hadn't thought of that. So, everybody, I think, as we're wrapping up this stream here, because I don't think I'm going to find the sea butterfly. Well, we'll take one more look, but I don't think we're going to find the sea butterfly. As we're wrapping up here and getting ready to raid Jack Attack, because I guess I'm giving you a bad time now. This stream was a little different, right? I'm really glad that we did a stream like this, because we haven't had sort of a just chatting stream like this in a little while. And I think the focus on just connecting with you has really been lovely. Sea butterflies in the morning, not night, Jenna says. I'll look for the sea butterfly in the morning then. Thank you very much. I guess that solves that problem. And we don't need to chat with CG, I think. We're going to save and end. And snap our fingers and have nothing happen because, that's what happens. Oops. Now, we're going to snap our finger. Ready? And snap. Snap. There we go. The struggle is real. All right. Anyways, listen, I want to thank all of you for such just a wonderful and a fantastic stream. I really appreciated all of your wonderful words, your kind sentiments, your friendship, your camaraderie. We've gone through so many kind of just silly, goofy topics and then some serious ones as well. And you are a highlight of my week when I get to stream with you. This has just been a blast. So thank you ever so much. I would like to take a moment if I can. I just have to pull up my stream manager. I want to make sure that I acknowledge a couple of things because we had quite a few neat events today. So first of all, I want to say when I was offline, it was kind of nice. But Lord Tater of Tot followed. And then we started the stream with 3 hours ago, by the way, with You're Awesome and Amazing rating us. Thank you, Maisie. We had Bomson Chu following, Power Ranger Jenna subscribing for half a year, Pokemon 25th anniversary following, Mad Spike _ rating, and then Landon Bikes Twitch following. So thank you so much to all of you for all of those many wonderful gifts this stream. Memory Martin says, hey, what about my host? That's how it really started. That's right, Memory Martin. That's right. I'm sorry, I didn't read the host. Why did they not show up? The hosts didn't show up. That's weird. Yeah. Huh. My stream manager is missing that item. I have hosts selected. But you are correct, Memory Martin. I'm sorry. It's weird that it doesn't. It usually does show hosts. That's really, really odd. Anyway, and Pokemon hosted as well. Really strange that it's not showing that. I don't know why. But you're right. Thank you very much for that. I think 6 to 6, but don't quote me. It's just I know I caught it between noon and 6 because that's when I play. Well, there we go. I'll take a look at that. Dash says, yeah, tonight was a really good stream. Thank you so much. I need to check the Animal Crossing channel when this is over. Memory Martin says, okay, I will have to do that. Okay. Jack Attack. Can you put her name down in the chat for me, please? Once more, if you wouldn't mind. And I'm going to just try and pull up twitch.tv/Jack Attack. Let's see, how do you spell it? There we go. Animate Barrel says, good night, Mana. Thank you so much. Everybody, if you are still hanging out, we are going to do a little raid for someone I have not met, but Memory Martin has spoken highly of, and that is Jack Attack. And she's streaming Animal Crossing. Let's double check real quick. Make sure she's still streaming and all that. Okay. And sorry, we're just getting a little bit of delay here. Oh dear, but I think she is actually spoiling some things by time traveling. I don't know. How do you all feel about some Mario spoilers for in the game? Yeah. I'm a little hesitant because dang it, this seems like it happens every time. There's like something that just makes me go, I don't know. Um, shoot. I think let me check and see who I'm following really quickly. If there's anyone else that maybe is doing something. I just I don't I'm not ready. I'm not ready to see all those myself, and I kind of don't always feel good about sending people to spoilers because some people really don't want them. I think we might pass on that. Now, A Train 64 is playing some more Zelda 2. That might be kind of fun. Mega Queen is just chatting. Sam, that might be kind of fun. John Paul O'Keefe is playing Splatoon 2. Arcane Arts is playing a simulation game. RimWorld. I'm tempted. Mona G is playing retro. Music by Styx is streaming music. You know what I think I want to do? Oh gosh, no, Jenna. Jenna says I'm going to bed. The wallpaper is the update item. The rest are time locked. I did get the item, but I think they were doing some time travel. They definitely had some stuff that is not that didn't come today. But Jenna, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for that 6-month sub, and I hope that you do good and be well. And I'll catch you later. Okay. She is, because I'm her mod, Memory Martin says. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I think they are time locked. But there's definitely, I saw some things in there, so. Let's do this. We haven't gotten a chance to raid. It is a mature audience. I'm torn. Everybody. Let's do this. Animal Crossing. New Horizons. Who is this? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think I don't follow this person. I don't know who they are. They are streaming for lots and lots of people. I'm tempted. Let me take a look here. Let's see here. Well, I'm tempted to do. I'm tempted to do lots of things right now. This is an interesting looking. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. This caught my eye because of the look of the stream. This person seems to be streaming for a large audience. They probably are pretty well established. I've never seen them before, but I think we're gonna do a raid for this person. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a lot of. I don't know if they're not listed as family friendly. I'm just kind of digging the look of it. So I see what you meant for yeah. I unfortunately for Jackie, yeah. Next time. Keep reminding me. I really would like to do it. But let's raid. This is someone called Hazy. I guess she's got a YouTube channel and stuff too. I don't know too much about her, but let's check it out and give a big warm mana splash raid hello to Hazy. She streams New Horizons all the time. Perfect. Then that's what we'll do next time. Then, Memory Martin. So, everyone, we're gonna raid this Hazy now. I'm kind of excited to see what's up in her channel. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. If you did like it and you aren't following, please consider doing so. Check me out on YouTube, on Twitter. Check out my artofmana.com website. Visit me and ask about a Discord link if you're interested. And my friends, can't thank you enough for this wonderful day. Be safe and healthy. Do good and be well. And I will catch you next time. Good night. Bye-bye. Memory Martin says, peace and love, everyone, and have a good night. Dash Magnum says, have a good night, all. Bye-bye.